mysterious
Haven't decided what's more fun, Stam or Mag on it? Hard to pick between them.
Cans of tuna, protein.
Okay,
yeah.
so in our last session, we advanced our journey through the Wave Echo Cave. We met Mormesk, the ancient old wizard who was definitely confused about certain things and had certain bits of information. Solomon was a little bit of a dick to him and walked through his ethereal body. But he aided you ultimately, requesting your assistance to deal with an ancient guardian that was in an old ancient workshop in this like beautiful part of the cavern, which was clearly well used. He aided you in that he put you all back to full health and gave you the benefits of a short rest. You fought the ancient guardian being a spectator who was in this room. Solomon kicked in the door after feeling invigorated, went Super Saiyan, kicked down the door, only to be met by a paralyzing ray and turned to stone rather quickly. And ultimately, this spectator fell to a cloud of daggers, which pierced many parts of his eyeball and skin and tentacles. After he turned Horatio drunk and in a stupor, Horatio fell over to Solomon and stabbed his stone body twice with his knives.
All around a good fight for old Solomon.
All around a good fight for Solomon, just standing in the doorway, like with his leg up, frozen as a stone. But in hindsight, Solomon didn't miss once, which was amazing.
That's it.
Solomon didn't miss. Now, we saw many remnants of these ancient scrolls, glyphs, what did I call them? Schematics for swords. We found a schematic, like a map of an old ancient temple that was built out of amber and yellow. And we found, along with the schematics for that sword, that great sword that looks like it harnessed the power of the sun, we found like a weird, like in some of the workshops, in corners of the workshops, like a really dark, like scratches, and obviously a very dark or possessed individual was working in these areas, while is very contrasting to the other parts of the workshop and the greater forge that we've been in, where everything's been very delicate, beautiful, architecturally sound. This was mutilated in many ways. Pictures of a rugged haunted house and things like that. We found a part of the forge. We found one of the key workshops, which is where the ancient beholder or spectator was defending. In that beautiful green like pool of fire, you were able to place all of your weapons. I think you placed them all and gave yourself a benefit. Your weapons all glowed with this magical, like emanating heat, but you can still touch them, and they are now charged. They are all charged with this beautiful green hue or ambience to them. Horatio can even see it. LePage communed with his whatever it is that he communed with. I think you spoke. Did you speak about it? Actually, you did speak about it. So you talked about LePage's act that he made with his patron, I believe, but it was a bit blunt, like it was a bit reserved. You didn't talk fully through it. Is that right?
Yeah, I just kind of alluded a little bit more as to like why I have a patron, but
yeah.
I think we got the basic story that it was
basic story,
like trading his soul for his parents. We got a name in character, but officially we don't know the name.
That's right. Nor do we still. But we will.
I'll keep the blank spot in my notes.
Let's go.
It's whatever
Tom.
You want it to be. Let's go chat GPT. Whatever you want it to be. What was that? Sorry?
Probably not a terrible idea to chat GPT it.
It's not a terrible idea. It'll probably do the job. All right. So, what is left? Oh, we also fought like another like that floating skull thing that was in the other room that we passed by, and it brought to life some dwarven zombies from the battles that have happened here. And now what is left, so we encountered a passageway we couldn't go through because Mormask was charging it with his magic, but he needed your help, so he guided you to this part of the cavern, and that is where we left it. So you're still in that workshop room with the flame going. You've charged your weapons, and this is where we're at. Oh, I know it was recent, but we were racing. Obviously, Gundren, Sildar, and a couple of Sildar's knights ran away in this cavern, got away from you. You haven't seen much remnants of, I guess, where they have been since you have been exploring here, but we do know that you haven't heard anything. You haven't. All you keep hearing is the booming of the wave echo cave. Every couple of minutes, you hear that wave crashing into some deep, distant cavern. You did hear a couple of sessions ago. You heard like a booming of the cavern coming online to a degree, or you felt like a power emanating from somewhere, and you have felt a mist or a fog that has been progressively getting thicker but more chilled and more chilling throughout the cavern as long as you have been here. Did I miss anything? Anything important?
I don't think so.
Horatio got a dagger.
I did get a
poison dagger.
Yes, a cool poison dagger. That's right. It had a name. Dagger of Venom or something?
Dagger of Venom.
Correct.
That's the one.
Yeah, nice.
You did not get the +1 boost. Sad.
Add it up.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at.
Yeah, over to you. Lead me.
LePage, did you take the armor? Just double checking. Housekeeping, real quick.
No,
Sell it?
there's no armor that I can wear, so I don't take armor. The coated armor should have went to Fip. It was
I generally wear heavy, and it's medium, but I will take it because I can also use it whenever I need to be stealthy, because I will not have disadvantage on stealth.
Nice, nice.
So I will take said armor.
Now we're metagaming. Let's go.
What's it called, Brad? Just so I can add it to my inventory.
Fuck.
DM had 2 items that he gave to us at the end of the fight, and he's forgotten one of them.
There's a lot to remember. Shit. It didn't have a name. It was a medium coat of arms, but it had like a lion on it that was bathed in sun. Like there was a sun behind the lion. I mean, you could just call it sun lion medium armor.
Okay.
That's being creative right there.
I'm gonna go armor of gleaming breastplate. That sounds about right.
Here we go.
That's a factory item, like just a normal item.
Yeah, so medium armor. It was +1, correct? There wasn't any other. I don't think there was any other magical principles.
It was +1. I have to edit that then.
Yes, it was +1.
Cool.
I think we should.
And just to confirm, Solomon, you still hold that. You were granted like an orb of like a magical orb of light in one of the first sessions, were you not? Like it was like
No, I do not have that. I gave it back to Gundren.
You gave it to Gundren.
Oh, sorry, not Gundren.
To Sildar.
Still, I gave it back to him. Yeah.
Yeah,
And he
okay.
accepted it.
Perfect. But LePage, you still hold that puzzle box, which we haven't touched on either, but that still exists in your inventory. Maybe not.
Yeah, I have a puzzle box. Yes.
You have a puzzle box.
I can't remember where we got it from, but I do have one.
Gundren gave it to you ages ago. He told you it was some sort of key, but you haven't had to use it, obviously.
All right, let's open this door. Nothing.
That was a side entrance to the same room, but nothing you can see visibly.
Oh, there's a boss down here.
Where? That's Mormesk. It's
Oh,
your
it's
mate.
Mormesk? All right.
Yeah, that's your mate. So
should we keep going south?
Hey, Mormesk, can you heal us again at all?
Yeah.
Specifically me.
He
Yeah,
says
we slayed those demons for you.
He says, heal you again. I may, but it will lose all the rest of my powers for now.
I mean, I got stabbed a few times without pointing
Sorry.
fingers. It'd be nice. Like that's probably gonna do more for me at least than whatever other powers you've got.
And he says, he looks at you like sort of unconvincingly, and he's just like, you. And then he like hits you with this magical bluish green aura that sprinkles and lights up the rest of the cavern, but at the same time, like he evaporates at the same time. He just disappears.
So, would you say that hit all of us or just Phip?
I mean, I asked him to heal us.
He healed you.
Yay! I didn't have to do my pack thing, so now I have two
He
spells
healed you.
again.
Fuck.
We hear which direction the booming's coming from, whether it's north or south.
Yeah, you can. The booming is coming from. It'd be the northern side, but I'm gonna cut that off. It'll be the northern cavern. So back the way you came, basically. So back the way you came. If you can remember, you did take a pathway north. That is where you can hear the majority of the booming coming from as you approach that side. Like it just gets louder and louder.
Guys, that magical barrier, the wizard said that we'd be able to get through it once we killed the monster in that room.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
barrier.
it's gone. Yeah, the magical, so that blue emanating magical barrier has disappeared. Yeah.
So in reality, it was like a Legend of Zelda style
Yes.
barrier.
It's exactly what it was. It couldn't be more that.
Unexplained for no reason. It just disappears when you complete a side quest.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more that. Yes. If that helps. So entering, obviously you moved through the cavern where there was that old, that was sort of the refinery where you just walked through, and that's where you had the fight with the flame skulls. And moving into this next room, things really start to open up here, as in size-wise of the cavern. So you can hear that booming sound. You can. There's like a river that flows through here, and there's almost like a giant man-made crevasse that runs that you enter into. So it's about 10 feet deep, and it's not fully engulfed in water. There's like a stream that runs through it, a waterfall. And then at the top northernmost side of the cavern, that's where you can hear that the wave is clearly smashing against that part of the cavern. The walls here are, it really opens up. You're looking at 80 foot high. Everything's been about very
That is a
low
big
sort
number
of.
for Brad.
What's that?
There's a really big number for Brad.
That's a huge. They're huge.
So this is outside of canon. This is the biggest room you've ever been in.
It's out. Yeah.
Essentially.
it's the biggest. It's easily the biggest room you've ever been in. Interestingly, as you walk in here, you can see the remnants of a recent dig site. It looks like someone has dug their way, and there's like scaffolding. There's like a little bit of a deeper hole in one of the parts of the crevasse to your immediate north. It looks to have been used recently. There are lanterns here that have burned recently, and there's no like bodies around here. Like there was no remnants of a battle.
Could we estimate roughly how many people we think were here?
Yeah, if you roll a perception check. Yep. Actually, a survival check. Perception check.
Please don't do perception. That perceptile dysfunction.
Oh, that was good.
That was
wasn't it?
really funny.
Oh,
yeah.
my extension's not hooked up. Sorry.
Shit, I haven't put mine up either. Oops.
Fucking noobs.
Bro, it takes literally 2 button clicks. Shut up.
All right. Let me. This one come through?
Not yet.
Well, why not? There it is.
Okay.
There it is. Well done. 13 minus 1 to survival. You not like it's not been an army through here. You can see. I mean, you can see like footprints of somewhere between, I don't know, like 5 to 10 people. Like you can see remnants of different things happening.
Okay, and I relayed that information to the group. That it looks like there was a medium-sized kind of group that came through here. I guess we go over to the hole and try to see if we can find out what they were digging up. Maybe there's any clues.
Yep. So you approach it's about like it's a dig site. It's probably 30 by 30 and like feet, but it's only going down another sort of 15 feet below the crevasse. You can see like ladders, rudimentary ladders, like cutouts in the wall to be used as stepping stairs. And you're investigating. Are you going in the hole? The page.
I'll stay up top. That way I can kind of have trouble getting out. I can be the
page doesn't like the dirt. It's he looks at Horatio and he's like, you want to get down in there?
Is LePage visibly uncomfortable?
Yeah, like visibly like doesn't like the mess and the cleanliness. Like he went and just got a new coat before
Solomon sees this and uses his sword to like scrape and flick some dust and dirt off the ground at him.
And he
come on, pretty boy, time to get dirty.
I guess LePage kind of just like moves it, like he just kind of like shuffles his jacket a bit and was just like, no.
What's so scary about the hole?
It's dark.
I hand Solomon a rope and I point to Horatio.
Solomon pulls out his own rope. Mate, I'm prepared.
Can Horatio see the both of them and then proceed to just front flip off the edge? How deep's the hole?
30 feet.
30 by 30 and about 15
you're gonna snap
deep.
your ankles.
15
Right,
deep.
instead of front flipping, I'm just gonna jump down normally.
All right, like, okay, so you go up to the edge and just like you're there arguing off to the side, you jump down and you make, it's just this.
He's so heavy, he just sinks.
Yeah, they both just like look and completely startled, and you're just in the dark hole. Horatio just disappears, and he sinks into like up above his knee in dirt.
How's the view down there, champion?
It wasn't the best decision, but LePage, it's good. You should come down here. Trust me.
So I cast the cantrip light on my dagger and sort of like fling it down to Horatio.
So you can see now. Perfect.
I've seen it.
Sorry, Solomon, are you still emanating light at the moment?
It wasn't me that was emanating light. Horatio's hood was before, but I think it would have run out by now. So
yeah, okay, sure.
Cantrip, so I'm just gonna recast it on a dagger and throw it down to him.
Yeah, perfect. So I'm guessing
it only lasts an hour,
So Horatio, you're investigating down there in the dark?
Yes.
Alone?
Yeah.
With no dark vision? Okay, roll a perception check. Come on.
Ooh.
Come on. Come on.
Oh,
We're back.
We're
We're
back.
back.
we're so back.
We're back. Here
So
we
perceptive.
go.
The little blue pill of perception has been
Yeah.
swallowed.
Not only do you see that you're in a hole, so Horatio, using his keen vision and senses, like feels around in the dirt. He understands that this is very recently removed, and he finds what looks to be like a like he almost sees like there was a magical aura that was pulled out of here. There was something, a magical piece of something that was pulled out of here, but can't. It's no longer here.
Okay. I will proceed to then try and get out of the hole if there is nothing further.
Excellent. All right, so you're out of the hole now, and continuing.
Should we investigate the sound of the water, or do we
Yeah.
feel that it's not important?
You just want to have a shower after you got dust on your coat, don't you, pretty boy?
I need to dampen my hands.
I like you need one.
I cast Prestidigitation and just make LePage somewhat damp.
Yes.
Just, like,
Prestidigitation.
Damp enough to like clean his robes, but also make him slightly uncomfortably damp.
Yeah.
Does it
like
ruin
a-
his
like a-
hair?
But you know when you like go to the beach or something, or like you go to a water park, whatever it may be, and you try and put socks on, and you're just damp enough that it's uncomfortable. It's that kind of damp.
Exactly that damn.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
Alright,
I
where
guess
you
we
heading?
keep going deeper into the dungeon then.
All right. So as you, who's leading? Like, what's your order of sort of walking through here? Who's in the front?
I think
Paige,
I've been kind of walking.
Did you just take?
walking
Did
in.
you just take off? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
not the first one through any more doors this time around.
Yeah, I think LePage is kind of just like walking ahead. He's a little pissed off with Solomon flicking dirt at him. He didn't take too kindly to the
I cleaned it off.
yeah, but he thinks it's more of like a smart ass like kind of like not a polite way to
absolutely
doing
it
it.
was.
Yeah, yeah,
It was backhanded.
yeah. It wasn't like you wanted to do it. You did it because it was just to be a prick.
It was funny.
So LePage, you sort of climb up the wall next to the waterfall, and just as you reach the top, it's obviously you're still in this very dark cavern, but with your dark vision, you can see the remains of a recent battle. You can immediately perceive in the dark the two soldiers that had accompanied Sildar, yourself, and Gundren and into the cave. They have clearly been slaughtered, and they lie on the ground in a significant pool of blood. You also see a body in one of the corners, and you can hear and some life. Sort of, you can see the body sort of half inside like he's in the water, sort of like draped up along the shore, but very much worse for wear.
And who sees him?
You do, LePage. You're ahead of the pack right now.
Okay.
And as you catch his glimpse as well, you identify him as a very bloodied, bruised, and battered Sildar Allwinter.
Can I reach him? Like, is he close enough for me to like put my hand out?
Yeah, if you run over to him, he's like 20 feet away. Yep.
Okay.
And-
I guess I run over to him and I try to like pull him out of the water.
Yeah, all right. And you pull him out, you sort of start yanking on him. He's pretty big though, like I don't know, you'd struggle to, and he sort of like winces when you do it, and he's sort of coming back, like his eyes are closed. Like this is like a nearly dead person. This is he's minus 1 hit point. Like he's 0.5.
Oh, he's down.
He's
So he's
0.5
down.
of a hit point. Yeah. He's not even 1 shot. He's 0.5. He has severe slashing wounds all over his body. He has bludgeoning wounds
So
to his head.
would you say he's like struggling to stay above the water?
He's like a dead person basically. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
but-
even trying to tread water. He's just like half submerged.
At this point, can we also see this?
Yeah, you guys can come up. If you
Yeah,
want.
yeah. Then I'm
As
gonna
soon as I see-
yell for Fip to come and help, or sorry, Solomon to come help.
As soon as I see Silda sort of struggling to stay above the water, I want to cast Shape Water, and almost just like make the water around him stop and be still and just freeze underneath him, so that he kind of just is almost on like a bed of ice now, and we can get to him more easily.
Yeah, perfect. And so he just sort of lies there, and you're gonna yank him out and get him onto land.
Yes.
Perfect. Solomon, with your strength, you'd be able to do that pretty handily, and you yank him out, but he winces in like this absolute agony when you do it. Is anyone proficient in medicine?
Not proficient. No. Oh.
Does anyone just have a 0 roll on a medicine check?
Don't think
Nope.
so.
No, nope.
That would require. No, yeah, -1.
Well,
Yeah.
We're good at removing hit points, not giving them.
No, I just wanted to give like a passive sort of perception check, but we're just gonna skip that. So you Solomon, given your experience with like being your age, you recognize his wounds to be very much mortal wounds. He will die very soon.
Do they look magical in nature,
They
or are they just like, I suppose, run of the mill?
look
Does he look-
brutal. They look
brutalized
brutal.
Does he look similar to the guy who was in the jail cell?
No, because he was bled dry from a bite wound on his neck.
Okay.
Sildar is like, there's blood, like his blood is like mixing into the water and like flowing downstream, like he has lost gallons. And he looks over, like he's just lying there. He looks over to, he's coughing.
If he doesn't find medical attention, he will die. I can help him, but it's not enough for him to carry on with this. He needs to get out of here. And I cast Lay on Hands. Sorry, Healing Hands, not Lay on Hands. I've already used Lay on Hands. That's 2d4, 3 hit points for him.
All right, so he like you see, like the wounds are still there, but you see like the blood has slowed in him, and he's still gravely wounded, and says to you guys in like a choking voice, he says, we were besieged. We were set upon by never seen them before. And
What did they look like?
Gundren, he was taken, but he wasn't in he wasn't in chains. He may be working with them. And he's like gasping for air at this stage.
Was it the spider that did this, or something else?
I think she carried a staff with a spider on it. It must be. But her companions have never seen such evil. And you can see there's like his chest has been like pushed in, almost like it's collapsing, like his armor's been shattered and broken.
Is there anything that you want to give us before you perish.
He's not gonna die. He's stabilized.
He's gonna die. We can't get him out. Like there's no way for us to save him.
And he he looks at you and just says,
Like I can't carry him. Like,
he says, me here. Go on it. I'll be no use. And he like turns over and goes to sleep again.
Can I drag him into some kind of like little alcove where he may be safe at least?
Yes, absolutely.
That way we can at least come back for him.
Yeah,
but
like
he's
you
not
said, he's stabilized, but almost
actively bleeding out.
he's almost Solomon like there has been like he's gravely wounded to a point where you don't know like how long he's gonna last even with healing. He needs a scroll of revivify.
guess what? I have a scroll of
I'm
revivify.
kidding. I'm making a joke.
We want to use that on an NPC.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, we do. I'm not gonna use it on you, so.
Oh, I'm gonna need to use it on you if you're not careful, boy.
You don't know what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking to the DM.
He's not dead. He's not dead. You can't use a scroll of revivify on him.
Well, how about I kill him and then I revive him?
Oh god. You do whatever you want. You're fucking game.
I just want to give him. I drag him somewhere safe, and I take out like a day worth of rations out of my backpack, put them with him, as well as a torch and a tinderbox, just so that if he gets cold or like he needs to warm himself up, he can. And pretty much just give him everything he can, like I can to survive. I'll give him my water skin as well for now.
Yeah.
Just like your general purpose.
Yeah.
Like survive night kind of kit.
He's dead. Let's go.
And just as you say that as well, that you feel that mist, that fog, like intensify in this room, and almost to the point where you feel like a chilling hand on. You're all experiencing this. You almost feel like there's like a chilling hand wiping like the back of your shoulder or biting the back of your neck, like a real chill in the air has set upon the cavern.
A very on the nose description.
What was that?
It's a very on the nose description. A chill that's biting the back of your neck.
Did you like that? I thought it sounded cool.
I did.
That's the chat GPT, boys. Like,
that was not ChatGPT. That was all up here.
Right. Write me a vampire mist.
yeah.
Yeah, set the mood. Okay, so Sildar is there with, you've given him some supplies and you are heading forth.
All right.
So only entrance exit that you can visibly see is, so there's a staircase just to the sort of northwest of you right now. There's a staircase leading up. You, just as you sort of look around, Horatio, you're at the back, and you see like that similar greenish light. It almost lights the fog up in the room like something has just been activated. You hear like a sound, like a booming or an activation or a light source just emanates throughout, lights up the cavern. It lights up that mist, that chilling mist with like a green hue as well. But just as quickly as it started, it stops.
Did you guys just see that?
Did we?
Yeah, I think so. You would have all noticed it, but Horatio saw it coming from the staircase.
Good job, Horatio.
I saw the fog change. Is that what you're referring to?
I think I have a sneaking suspicion we might need to go towards this staircase.
Very perceptive.
Yeah, like a moth.
That's a 20. Like, this is a 20.
All right, well, let's go.
Only onwards.
Wonderful. All right. You guys can head there with your characters. All right, so
There's a dare here.
This doesn't look at all like a boss room, though.
So in front of you, you're walking up some grand staircases. Like these are well etched into the stone, much like that cavern was where Mormesk was. It's just much more glamorous, like almost like a marbled, polished concrete look to these stairs. And you approach this massive room again. So the height of the ceiling and the staircase dropped back down to about 15 feet, and now it has been you've opened up into this room where you see you've gone back to about like 60-foot high ceilings. You see in the corner of the room the most majestic forge any of you have ever witnessed, and it is like lit in this beautiful green flame. So similar to what you saw in the workshop, but just much more vast, like many hands could work at it at the same time. Next to it, and beneath, there's sort of columns all around the side of the room. Next to it, you see almost like this horrific, twisted doorway, but like almost like a doorway into nothing. And it looks to be sort of part of or attached to the forge, like almost as if they could be one and the same use. It is emanating with that like greenish magical hue all around it, but it's like has these old like vines and almost like a metallic chain sort of around it, like a really evil looking haunted door to nothing at all. And in the far corner, you see three beings. You see the woman that you have seen before, who you perceived as the spider. You see two of her accomplices waiting there, expectedly. You see this spider in the middle of the room, at the far end of the room. She's at a workshop. She's not facing you. She's pedaling away, doing a few different things, and you see her raise her arm and pull on this gauntlet, raise the other arm, do the same, and almost like shimmers in a green hue. She goes over to the workbench and picks up her staff, and you can see when she picks it up that fire from the flame from the forge almost like imbues into it, and she stands there powerfully and acknowledges you in the way that she sort of looks back over her shoulder, sees you, and she says, I didn't expect you to make it this far, but here we are. The two figures next to her, are these grotesque monster-like beings that are red-eyed and teeth huge gashing teeth with blood dripping down their mouths. I will show you an image, sort of what they look like, so you can get an idea.
For reference, I believe these are the monsters Brad accidentally clicked on earlier.
That was it, yeah, so you can see it now. That's what I accidentally clicked on. But nothing that any of you have ever seen. So I'm going to show you this. Not much to it.
Does look like a monster.
Do they speak?
So both of her accomplices are sort of facing you. She's sort of like still meandering around her workbench. She's covered in, if just as a definition as well of what she looks like again, like covered head to toe in this like black medium leather armor, but very tight fitted. She is a purple skinned elf in appearance, so you would perceive her to be a drow. She has like white flowing hair, but she wears like a bandana over her mouth as well, and just has piercing eyes that you can see, and then a hood over her head. Obviously wields, what you can see, she wields a scepter, a staff, and has just donned some sort of magical gauntlets.
It's always the dark elves.
And she
Rage
says,
goes,
sorry,
Ready
go
to
ahead.
just looking at one of the accomplices, and it's, can I shoot now, or do you want to keep talking, LePage?
Part of me
I'm-
wants to try something, but I also don't think it's the time.
You can think about it.
Yeah.
And she says, she sort of turns now to the three of you and says, it's been quite a delight watching the three of you meander around this town for so long, falling right into my web. And as she says this, you hear a coughing from the corner, and you all three of you simultaneously look to the northernmost wall, and you see Gundren, who has been strapped up, bolted up against the wall. He's been, like, he's in chains up against the wall. He's getting very used to that, obviously. But he sort of coughs, and as the three of you look, the spider says, "Ah, yes. One of my greatest pawns in this entire game. He led you right to me. He brought you from Neverwinter to this forsaken town to be a pawn in my game."
So was he working with you, or was it unknown to him as well?
He's served a use for as long as we've needed him.
That makes this easier, and I start walking towards Gundren, sword in hand.
I put my hand on Solomon to be like, maybe we should find out why she believes that he's been this puppet. I go to deceive the spider, and I say, you've actually been deceived because he actually been working for us this entire time, and he led us to you.
You fools. I have been testing you since the moment you got here. That squabble you had with my bandits, that run-in with the dragon, the cultists, of course, that fool Yano that you killed so long, or that you encapsulated so long ago, and of course, you'd believe that is all part of the game. Tell him yourself,
and you would believe that I that you were in charge the entire time. That we were not testing you.
This game is so much beyond what the three of you young ones believe or think. And she says, no matter, you won't see the end of it anyways. I guess it will be me and my lovely ladies here who will finish the job once and for all. And just as she says that, like, the mist is really intensifying throughout the room. You can still very much see clearly, but that, like, chilling air really fills the room. And you actually, Horatio, you out of the corner of your eye with your perception see the mist almost like going through that dark doorway that I described earlier. I just want to show you an image. Keep thinking amongst yourselves. This is cool. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
Cool room?
So the one on the right?
Yeah,
Sure.
but think of that as like it's not part of the actual wall. It's like that's separate and sort of attached to the forge, and then it's like really evil in its nature, very haunted. But you can sort of see that mist is like moving through, like moving towards it and through it and going nowhere.
Are you going to take your hand off my shoulder, or are we going to keep doing this back and forth?
I really want to shoot.
Well, what do you want to do? Is what I.
Well, this fuck, and I point to Gundren, has been playing us the whole time.
We don't know that. This is just her talking.
And
We
Silver.
haven't heard.
And she looks
Still-
at Solomon and she says, Be my guest. I need him not. If you'd like to finish him off, that's yours to do.
I'd rather investigate. I'd rather.
Solomon just cranks a hectic 90 and says, "Ah, fuck it, I'll get to him later," and starts walking at her.
I don't believe Gundren's got a reason to cross us like that.
It's been an absolute pleasure watching the three of you squabble through town. It's no wonder I've been able to watch you this whole time through that little box in your coat pocket, young man.
You guys have known Gundren for all of 5 minutes, and you think he has no reason to cross us.
It's just...
Well, I pull the box out of my pocket, and I'm like, this one?
Yes, that one. I've been watching you, listening to you, and relaying all of that information back to my master. But it will all be meaningful once the three of you are cold and dead in this place. Meaningless.
It's a little bit ironic that you're still a pawn in someone else's game then, talking all that about Gundren.
You young man, you fool. I've been doing this for longer than you have been born.
And you're still not at the top. Embarrassing if you ask me.
And
Don't be a middleman.
And she says, "You know not of what you speak to curse the name of him."
I know plenty about curses.
So, is there anything else that we can kind of see about her, or, like, does she look like she has any like hidden defenses that might be built into who she is, or like?
Roll a perception check.
She looks like her head
Please.
would be better off not attached to her body.
Yeah, but
Page scours the room and looks his enemies up and down
and finds nothing.
Gets distracted and notices that there is around the room scattered, there is like wooden crates, pallets, like excavation equipment, but he doesn't notice anything more than what he's seen of the spider.
All right. I guess, yeah. I guess I look at Solomon and I look at Horatio and just, I guess it's our final stand here, boys.
Solomon, LePage, Horatio, it's been an absolute pleasure knowing you, but your journey ends here.
I
Roll
cannot
for
wait to
initiative.
watch that head roll off your shoulders.
Roll for initiative, guns.
I am gonna blast the living fuck out of her.
Is this what you're saying at the moment to her?
Yeah.
And so the two vampire spawns on her flanks are like, they're almost like smiling, like they're showing the full, like, all of their teeth as they sort of walk towards you as well in like their menacing way, and their eyes, they look just emaciated with hunger as well. Horatio, you are leading us off.
Perfect. I've
Let's
had my
fucking go.
crossbow aimed at the vampire spawn at the bottom
Yep.
this entire time, and as soon as they show any form of aggression, I'm gonna shoot the crossbow, and because of my assassin trait, I'm gonna roll with advantage.
Oof. Roll with advantage.
It's actually a really good song.
This one's cool, yeah.
Yeah, this combat song is good. Oh shit.
24 to hit.
You hit.
Better say yes.
Yes, it hits, my friend.
Or we're about to have trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I hit for 12 piercing
12
damage.
piercing damage. All right, so as you crossbow bolt strikes this monster in front of you, it does. She sort of hits her in the shoulder, but it, like, she still continues to walk towards you, like, relatively unfazed. Like,
How-
damaged, but relatively, like, she takes it. And walks
Yeah.
forward. Yeah.
How
she definitely
thick
is dead.
Is the mist?
The mist is not obscuring you. It is more like a. I can't really explain it. Like it's filled the room, and it's chilling you to the bone, but it's not obscuring your vision. It's creating like an ominous, horror-esque sort of theme to the room, but it is not obscuring you.
Okay. In this moment, I'm going to use my bonus action to move further. I know map side doesn't matter for you, but I'm going to run to Gundren. And is Gundren like dying?
He's been beat up a little bit, but he's all right. Like he's sort of standing there.
Okay.
Like he's cuffed like this up against the wall. Little guy, like you.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Well, I've used all my stuff, so I will end my turn there.
Yep. Oops, I just did it. All right, there we go. Okay. The spawn that's just been hit by an arrow, he, like lurches and, but then all of a sudden with this like incredible speed, just bursts over to Solomon with her fangs bared, and I do have to roll in person because I've changed stat blocks, so sorry, bear with me. That would be a 17 to hit.
Oh, sir.
No, sir. All right.
That's insane.
Well done.
Holy shit.
What can I do? Okay, so she like immediately she jumped at you with this incredible speed and tried to take a bite out of your neck. As she missed, she like screeches in the air and attacks with her arms, which have like these sharp nails on the top of them. And she also misses an attack with, in case you were wondering, 11. The next one with this with this incredible speed sees her companion attacking and runs towards LePage, teeth baring again with her hunger. And misses.
I use.
misses. Sorry, are you doing something? Are you doing a reaction?
Well, I was gonna use my luck as my reaction, but you've already said it misses. Yeah.
But again, follows up with a claw attack to try and slash at your pretty face, and misses as well. Same.
Perfect.
Brad.
Yeah.
What's that?
welcome to Call.
Yeah, I'm literally rolling like 8s.
We're finally in a proper boss fight. This is where Solomon historically just goes nuts after being
Yeah.
useless for like fight after fight.
All right, LePage, you have one spawn like gnashing and clawing and biting at your pretty face at the moment, and you are scared. You have never seen anything like this before.
Scared? What
Not
does scared
frightened.
do?
Not frightened.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
just scared.
So nothing.
No,
So
it's just a character thing.
I'm fucking with you.
Yeah.
I am going to misty step away from the creatures. So I am
Ooh,
going
misty step. Nice.
I'm going to jump kind of like over to this corner here. I mean, yeah, Solomon's kind of on his own, but I'm just getting away from the chaos.
Yep.
Actually, it's only 30 feet, so it doesn't matter. But whatever.
Yeah.
Over there.
Whatever. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna call out to Gundren for my bonus to be like, if you have anything to say, now would be the time to say it, because this is gonna be our last stand.
And he
And Solomon's gonna kill you.
and he looks up at you and just shakes his head and says, lads, I'm truly sorry. And then he just looks back down and looks at the ground. Is Horatio standing right next to him, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Literally right next to him?
I could touch him.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, I don't think that's good for Horatio.
And just as he does that, no, never mind. Sorry. He says, yeah, he apologizes, says, "I'm sorry, lads. But there's more at work here than you could ever know."
You scared yet?
Okay, well,
He says, killing me will be the best release I've ever had.
Oh, I know the feeling.
I'll make it.
That's the only way I can get off.
Oh,
Jesus.
All right, well then, I guess, yeah, part of like the bonus action then, is I've yelled out to him, and I kind of acknowledge what he says, where Gudrun's like this, he has double crossed us, and now I've kind of like confirmed it. The page takes off his jacket, like kind of gently puts it on the ground.
whoa.
It's like it's time to get dirty.
Excellent. And that's your turn, right? You already did your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. And all right, so it is Neza's turn. You guys never asked her name, but her name is Neza the Spider. And Neza, with her staff and glowing, she has the glowing gauntlets that are all look like they're like channeling power from that forge next to it. And she charges up her staff and fires a shot back at LePage after almost like sidearms it at LePage. What is she? I will openly roll this one because I can.
Oh,
and LePage is dead. Luck.
I have resistance to poison. Just calling it out.
Excellent. Okay. I would say that would be a poison attack. So let's.
Can you lock at that 20? Does it work like that?
Ooh,
I don't know.
Because I know I have an ability that doesn't work if it's a crit.
I'm pretty sure it's just a. What is it? Fuck! I actually gotta look
No,
up
you
what
cannot.
this is.
You cannot. You cannot re-roll a nat 20. I will roll for damage now.
No, what I'm saying is poison resistant. It's not.
Half damage. Half damage.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the.
Ooh, all the dice. Shit.
Oh my god.
All right, so out of the corner of Nez's eye, she charges up the blast, that green poisonous blast, like a fireball but made of poison, fires at LePage in the corner, lighting up the room, emanating like the mist almost like just blows a path through the mist and hits him for 15 damage.
So how about that luck skill?
Luck is negated by a natural 20.
Okay.
Sorry, you just really want to use it.
Yeah. Okay, so I take 15 damage here.
Yes, but obviously as that poison blast hits your skin, like you almost like absorb some of it, and like you take a hit and you're bleeding, or you're obviously struck by it, but you do absorb a portion of it and sort of like, I don't know, what would it look like? Would you like?
Oh, it would just ooze through me. It hits me and becomes like a thick sludge, and it just like drips out my back.
Love it. And hits you for 15. Perfect.
Yeah, that hits me very hard.
So the spider continues to stand there, and she actually sends another bolt of poison towards Horatio in the corner, standing with Gundren. I'm guessing that misses.
That misses.
Solomon, bring it down.
The two things in front of me.
Yeah.
I know, obviously, Sol, you said we haven't seen them before, but as a paladin, can I ascertain, and I'm going to use this term a little bit like loosely here, are they unholy?
You can roll a history
They're not
check.
holy.
Oh, what? Sorry.
A history check to identify the monster.
Brother, that was a nat 20 that rolled over to a 2. Ah.
God.
They're a monster.
Yeah, so
It's a monster.
they're an evil monster. Yes, evil monster, and both of them are close to you right now.
Okay, I was going to do it anyway, but I think in character I wouldn't do what I was going to do unless I figured it would work. So, fuck sakes. without even breaking eye contact with Gundren, just looking him dead in the eyes, Solomon's gonna like almost unsheath his sword in one big slash against the one to his left.
Yep.
23.
Ooh, here we go. Yeah, so normal attack is what you're doing right now?
14 damage.
Nice. All right, so this is the one that was already struck by an arrow from Horatio as well.
Correct.
She gets struck across the chest, like cuts open her tattered robes, and she's almost like naked, standing there like a grueling, like hag, sort of standing there. How much damage? Sorry.
14.
Worse for wear, like hurting, but still there.
That's no point. I was gonna boot her away from me, but they're melee. They're just gonna run back at me. That'll be the end of my turn.
Horatio.
Okay. Horatio is going to plead with Gundren to please help. Think about what you've done, how you can fix this, and at the same time, I'm gonna raise my crossbow and shoot at the vampire spawn that is already hurt, because I want to try and help our team, and I'll move to the other side, so it's
Mucho appreciated.
And you're next to Gundren still.
I am next to Gundren still. Does a 24 hit.
24 hits. Sorry, which one are you shooting?
The one next to Solomon.
Yep.
The south one.
Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna roll all my dice with sneak attack.
You're rolling
Yeah.
with you're rolling with disadvantage. You have to roll again to hit. You are. You're in the
Hang
dark.
on.
You're in the dark right now. You can't see.
Ah,
No, he can, because it hasn't been an hour since I casted light on the dagger he's holding.
You casted a dagger and threw it into the side of a wall. He didn't pick it up.
I'll roll with. Do I just
He did
roll
not
one
pick
more
it up,
time?
Actually, true. God damn it.
Sorry. Yes, roll attack again.
That's crazy.
It's eerily dark in here. As in.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't
oh,
know
that's
whether-
not bad, not bad.
So I'm lucky, so I can't roll a 1.
Oh, that's right. You got, yeah.
Nice work. All right, you're still hitting.
Okay.
Oh, that's so good. Fuck you, DM.
I'm just the adjudicator of the rules. Fuck you.
Oh,
Wait,
wait,
sneak
no.
attack. Still see a
That-
sneak attack.
I hit the wrong one. That's needle.
Yeah, I think you
That
did.
is-
Who's just rolling
Sorry.
dice down at this point, man?
Yeah. I'm like, can someone translate what I'm meant to do with that?
I can see a crossbow damage and I can see a sneak attack damage. Let's go with that.
Solar forcing.
Can someone click who he was shooting at? Because I didn't listen like 3 times. Perfect. Okay, great. How much damage are you doing?
14.
14 damage is you are going to kill that one. So what does that look like?
After pleading with Gundren, I just raise, and I can't quite see in the dark properly, but I just let loose an arrow which flies through the air and drives straight through the heart of the vampire spawn. And the wooden shaft does vampire things as she drops to the ground.
Yep, so you like using the wood hew, you pierce the heart with the arrow.
Yep.
Yep.
Little homebrew steak.
Perfect. All right. Well done.
And that will be my go.
All right. So all right, this one is standing next to the big Solomon, and she is going
Holy
to assault
fuck.
him again. I'm just going to use. Sorry, this is just me rolling the dice on screen so you guys can see it. But this is what it's gonna. That is 20 to hit. I'm just using the stat block accordingly. But she is going for another bite on you. She's going to try and bite your neck, and she has hit And...
She has not. I cast reaction shield. My AC becomes 24.
Ooh. Wow, So what does that look like?
Just I'm trying to think of like a reference for it, but it's almost like as the bite comes in, you see like the armor and Solomon's skin, almost like this pulse of blue emanate from his eyes down his face along his armor. Just like I'm trying to think of an explanation for it. You know how sometimes when you hit an enemy in video games and you can't see the shield, but as you hit it, you see like the pulse from where you bite. It's that basically.
Yeah, like very
but
close
like
to your skin
like,
and armor.
Yeah, but like staticky almost, like
Yeah.
purple and blue electricity coming off his armor.
And she like bites it and like reels back in a bit of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Well, she is going to, in a rage, she is going to run over to Horatio and she will accept a attack of opportunity.
Oh dear.
Did you roll?
I did. That's a 24 to hit.
Ooh, that hits.
11 damage.
Nice. All right. So she turns away, like reeling their teeth, like in pain from like biting into like this rock surface that your shield grew, and she turned around with incredible speed. But just as she did, you slashed uppercut her, and cut her back. And sorry, how much damage? 10?
11.
11. Perfect. Okay. And now it is her turn. Is that right? Yes. Sorry, she has a second turn. She has a second turn. No, I have multi.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I knew I was up to something. Horatio, that will hit you unless you're gonna tell me otherwise. Yep.
I react.
She's like mauling you. She's come in with her claws and she's mauling you. For 15 damage.
That's an ouchie.
Okay, I am going to use one of my luckies to roll a second d20, which is like rolling advantage.
Yep.
And I am going to start chipping away at the boss lady here. And I'm gonna do it pretty fucking strongly.
And you can track your luck dice as well.
Yeah, I can track it all.
Perfect.
I'm just trying to get to my spells here. All right, I walk over to her because we're still far enough away from each other, and I'm gonna cast Arms of Hadar. Where'd she go? There she is.
You're on her. Yeah. Ooh, you're hitting her, like you're going right up to her.
Yeah, I'm going
Nice.
right next to her and firing it off.
Nice.
Feels weird to not be hit by arms that
Okay, so this is just like an instant cast, and it's not I don't have to roll for.
Yes, that's correct. So you're emanating an area of effect, and
Yeah, the
you're
DC
doing
strength save.
5 necrotic. Is that right? Oh, do I have to do a strength save? Yes.
Yeah, DC 13.
Yes, sir.
That was the most terrible roll.
That wasn't a great
3d6.
roll. Was that minimum?
Yeah, it was pretty much as minimum as it gets.
Okay,
2,
well,
1,
he's
1, 2.
doing all 5 damage too.
Yeah,
so
but still.
Just for the record though, hang on. If you fail that save, it also means she can't take reaction, so you could also now bail out.
Unless she can see in the dark with proficient see, which she can.
It doesn't matter.
On a failed
You can't
save,
take reaction until the start of his next turn. On a failed
yeah, you
save.
can't take. Yeah, correct. He's
Okay,
on
sure.
An opportunity attack.
Sure.
Yeah, he.
Did you already
Yeah.
roll damage for that one?
Yeah, it was 5.
Yeah, horrible.
It wasn't
okay.
good.
All right. All right.
What
so
is
I'll
Arms of
just do-
Hold on, I want to know what Arms of Hadar look like. You just run up to the fucking boss and use that.
Yeah.
What does that look
So,
Just
Okay.
yoink.
like? Yeah.
it's essentially like you reach down into LePage reaches down to the ground and pulls like tentacles out of the ground and starts stabbing the spider, but the tentacles mostly miss, and it's only like one of the 50 tentacles that actually connects with her.
Nice.
And,
All right.
and then
awesome.
the page takes one step away to get out of swinging distance.
A single hand of the 50 that emerges from the ground smacks the spider in the face. Yeah.
Yeah. I cannot believe I rolled minimum roll on every fucking die there.
Sorry, was that your turn? Sorry.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
That's not.
No, that was it. Okay. In retaliation, she is going to run over with the staff. Like you can see her, the gauntlets in her hand. They start to charge up, and she's going to run over for a physical attack on you, LePage.
And I'm using a luck as a defense.
You know, you don't have to do it
you don't have
until
to
the
call
roll's done.
Yeah, you can see the roll first.
No, I'm supposed to do it before the roll takes place.
Really?
Yes.
Not know that.
So, yeah, I'm supposed to tell you I'm doing it.
So I hit 17.
Oh,
but
is that only on an attack roll?
Yes, if he's attacking me,
Okay, that makes
I have
sense.
to tell you I'm doing it, so then that way
Oh.
you know that it's like you have to throw 2 dice essentially.
Oh, so am I just attacking with disadvantage?
Yeah, essentially
much.
attacking with disadvantage. Yeah.
Done.
I think the wording is something along the lines of you both roll a dice and the caster can choose which dice to use, but effectively it's disadvantage.
That's right.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
That hit.
Oh.
15 and a 17.
Oh no, it's the same.
That means it hits.
If it's the same,
Does
it
it?
hits.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Completed Baldur's Gate, by the way.
On tactician. Okay, well then I'm. Fuck.
All right, so charging forward the spider with almost like a beastly speed as well. Just as she comes to smack you across the face with this charged up green staff she has, you can see you catch a glimpse of her teeth, and you can see that she has the same gnarling teeth as the other two, and strikes you for 12 damage. Sorry, hold on.
Ugh.
Half
6
damage.
for you.
Half damage. Yep. 6.
Oh, it's poison. Let's
Yes.
go. I'm still hurting.
Clutching up in this fight.
I'd be dead already.
You'd be.
Oh, you got
fucking-
crit
you'd
on
be
turn 1, I
fried.
forgot.
Yeah.
You'd be fried. Like you would have
Yeah.
been dead on the first turn.
Yeah. Ugh. I'm like spitting up blood and like
She does hit hard because I would also be dead, and I've got the most
Yeah.
HP here.
yeah, I'm spitting up blood, like I'm chunking, I'm crying, like I'm actually almost like crying out in pain. 'Cause, like this is the closest the page has ever been to dying.
She looks at you with like a scowl as well and says, "I knew you were too weak for him," and winds up with her staff yet again.
I used my last bit of luck
Luck,
to hopefully not die.
Oh shit. So with disadvantage, sorry, I'm rolling again. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
And then the page is like sitting there on like his knees, like just staring up at her.
And she says, "Bow to me, young man. I have not suffered fools like you in hundreds of years."
I'm gonna look back there and be like, I'm not bowing. I just can't stand up.
Finish him. 14 damage
And I go down.
and it's in it. So this was a normal. Actually, no, this is a poison attack, so it is 7 damage. Does that change anything?
Right, I think even with
Yeah.
damage,
No, I'm still up, but I'm like,
No,
they just surprisingly tanky.
no, it's all the fucking half damage.
it's the half damage. Yeah. Oh, so
was your
you're up.
first?
You're here.
Oh,
You're
okay,
with
well,
us.
never mind.
I thought you were cooked.
All right.
All right, 7 damage.
Yeah, so I am literally, about as bad as, what's his name was, not Gundren, Sildar.
Sildar.
Yeah, I am in Sildar's level of like alive.
You see Sullivan from the corner. Horatio, he's dead, remember? We can't save him.
I am
okay,
dead.
and she will end her turn, but almost like she's pissed off because she thought you were going to die, but you like endured that poisonous blast. Both of them like whoosh, smacked twice, but then endured that poison. Solomon, save the day.
Please, Solomon, help me.
You hear Solomon audibly sigh because he was ready to like charge over at Gundren. Like, oh, I'll have to help the pretty boy. And you hear him, see he like fucking runs over to the spider and unleashes a big old uppercut with his great sword. 18?
Hits.
And as the sword comes from the bottom, you see it glow with that purple light, and Solomon is going to smite.
Of the divine nature?
Yes. That is the damage for the sword. And here is the damage for the smite. And this is radiant damage. 11 damage from radiant and 10 damage from the sword.
Nice. 21 damage. Alright,
Correct.
so as your sword lights up, this room lights in like a presence that it has not seen in many, many, many years. All of you, including Horatio, see that mist like in a light that you have not seen yet. It is almost thicker now that you see it in this radiant light than you ever imagined. Again, still not wrecking your vision, but you see it now. And the monster that's next to Horatio as well, like looks up and like screams at the light as it emanates from the sword. And so does the spider as well, like has like blinding, like it's a bit of a blinding look when it lights up, and strikes her for 21 damage.
Now, quick question. Does the staff itself appear to have any kind of link to the monsters that she was controlling?
What do you mean by controlling?
Like, is she using that staff to control them? Is kind of what I'm trying to ask.
No, they're their own things.
Okay.
They almost have a presence of their own. Like they've been saying things like hungry.
Okay, I'm gonna try this either way, simply because her magic attacks fucking hurt, and I'm hoping this will stop her from being able to do them. Can I use my bonus action to? Actually, I don't even know if it's an action or a bonus action. Is grapple an action or a bonus action?
It's a bonus. No, it's an action. You have to do it as an action. If you want to do a bonus action, you have to do. You have to have the feat for it.
Yeah. Yep. Copy.
You can push. You can shove. We had this. I think we have this discussion every time.
We probably have. Yeah. I was gonna try and work out if I could try and grapple specifically her staff out of her hand, but.
No, I wouldn't give you that.
Not on a bonus action. Fair enough.
Yeah.
God damn it! I don't even have any healing spells left.
Ooh,
Do anything roll, mate.
fucking Sildar.
Quickly steal the skull and
do here.
This music's sick, actually. I love this.
This music is pretty good.
It's sick. Is that sorry? Are you thinking?
I'm double checking if there's anything at all I can do here.
That's fine. As you keep thinking, but listen at the same time. So, as you are in your turn, this spider Neza is like channeling that magic through the forge, through her staff. It is, and you start to see the gauntlets that she's wearing. They light up even like more fluidly with that green hue, and she's really like charging and starting to go Super Saiyan in front of you.
Fuck. No, I can't do anything else with a bonus action.
Did you hear that, LePage?
I
Super
did.
Saiyan.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
LePage is like.
The page is getting the Solomon treatment this fight.
LePage is like, she's getting stronger.
This is what happens though. People have like 4 or 5 shit nights.
Yeah, and then a boss fight comes.
Yeah, and then he saves. Yeah, and then he actually.
Alright, that's the end of my turn, by the way, Brad.
Okay. So sorry. Yeah. So she's going Super Saiyan in the corner. As Solomon has just struck, the light obviously has dissipated in the room, and Gundren, who's standing next to Horatio, like shakes himself free from his shackles and takes a knife and stabs it into Horatio's belly for 1d6 piercing damage.
Bitch.
And
What,
just
there's not even a roll to hit?
No. And just as he does that, he takes the knife, slits his own throat, and bleeds out on the floor. And it's your turn, Horatio.
That was not worth it at all. He was looking at LePage being absolutely mauled upon and didn't see Gundren.
Sorry,
slip
as
from
before
his
he killed
pants
himself, he said,
That-
"Sorry, lads." And just, sorry, keep going.
I will use my bonus action to disengage, and I am just gonna rush to help the crew.
Yeah. Ooh, surrounding the boss.
That's it. And I am gonna attack with my dagger of venom that is not venomed because I haven't done it yet.
Yep. That
I'm gonna take it a 14 does
is-
not hit.
That hits.
That hits.
Yeah, it hits.
We like that because
Yeah.
that means we can sneak attack.
Yes, sir. Bring it home.
I think that was.
Whoa.
Don't.
Is it-
No.
Oh, no,
That-
not.
That's adding poison damage.
Oh, you've used the special trait of it accidentally, which
Sorry.
I think to use.
I'm gonna roll a d4 manually and then plus 5 to it.
Perfect.
Yeah, add your proficiency bonus.
So that's. I didn't do it properly there, but that's a.
Horatio just rolls dice.
What? Yeah,
Six.
just clicking.
Yeah,
Horatio's
just clicking.
clicking.
We need to get Horatio like 7 more seconds nice so that he can do this
Yeah,
in person.
just that one, and then all these ones over here, and 11.
Yeah. Apologies, it is a 14.
14 to hit,
Total.
or sorry, 14 damage
Yeah, that's
of
right.
no specific kind, just normal damage, piercing
Just
damage.
normal stabby.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, you take it. You're knifing? Or are you shooting?
Knifing.
Okay.
I've slipped away from the vampire spawn and just sprinted across with the knife to help.
All right, so you snuck up behind, sort of on the flank of the spider, jabbed a knife up inside her belly, and she like reels in pain as you do this, and makes coughs up some blood all over LePage, who's kneeling in front of her, and, and he's covered.
And I open my mouth like a good boy.
Bro, you are playing a twink. Stop.
Is that your turn? Are you still going? Bonus action.
That is, I've already used my bonus. That is my turn. I'm
Done.
done.
Okay, so that vampire spawn that you just like you slipped her net, and she furiously, actually, she senses the weakness in LePage and runs right up behind him to try and eat his soul with a bite.
I got nothing left. It's just straight damage.
Yeah, it's just straight. Yeah, no luck.
No.
You're all out of luck.
No. Yeah. I'm dead. I can already tell you I'm dead.
Okay, so yeah, damage. So this is a bite attack from behind,
matter.
and
Doesn't matter.
she's dead. She's dead. Yeah, okay. So the vampire spawn, as like LePage is sort of, he's like lurching there over on like one knee. She runs up with this incredible speed, takes him by the neck, and just like lunges her teeth all through him, leaving this like massive scar on his neck. And LePage just like slowly just chumbles over. Unless you want to add anything more to that.
Yeah, as I'm slowly falling to the ground, I'm reaching for the scroll of Revivify, and I'm like holding it in my hand and like kind of like pointing towards Solomon as I'm going to the ground.
You're not dead. You're just down.
You're
No,
just
but
down. You can talk. Can't you?
I don't think he can. He's incapacitated.
No,
He's
yeah, like
unconscious.
you just bit into my throat. Like I'm ripped apart. I've been poisoned, ooze through my body. I'm not talking.
Shredded.
I'm shredded. I am like I need to go see a doctor.
Okay, you're incapacitated, and the vampire continues like with this bloodlust rage. You see the blood like all dripping down her face, and she lurches over to Solomon to attack him with her claws. And is it gonna roll? Gonna roll?
That ain't gonna do it, buddy.
Ain't gonna do it. All right, that is her turn. And LePage, roll a death
That's
save.
a
Yep, my very first one.
LePage is fucking shredded. Roll with disadvantage. You've been smoked.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
That is the closest you could have come to 2 death saves, by the way. That's a 2 fails, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, so Neza is in between all of you. Obviously, it's like close quarters combat now, and again, you see that charging energy, and she sort of channels that energy towards the forge, and you see that doorway that I had described. It almost like it starts to gain that, like all throughout it, there's that green hue starts to light up on the exterior of it, and you can it almost like starts to create like a wall or a gateway. You see the forge itself again starts to light up and imbue with more fire and power, like it's really turning on now. The entire room, the only very, very, very dim light that you can see is this green emanating forge. And do you guys remember the picture that I showed you?
Yes.
I can give you a quick, I just love the look of it. I want to look at it one more time with you.
This is the part where the already struggling combat gets worse.
All right, so it is actually her turn. So again, close quarters combat now, and she is going to take a stab at the big guy with a melee attack.
Not gonna do it.
Ooh, jeez, he's a beefy one. She's gonna do the same. Actually, she's going to hold on. Okay, she is going to do the same and attack you again with another attack to your face, and she's gonna miss it. And that will be it. And she is looking worse for wear, actually.
Oh no.
Bolt.
That could be fun.
Vip, your description of the spider on the chat is so good. Yes, we have determined that the spider is hot.
It's Bay.
Yeah. Whose turn is it?
It's mine. I'm just seeing what I can do. Other than just...
Busy on YouTube chat.
Yeah. The spider is hot.
And on that note, can I step towards her and try and wrap my gauntleted hand around her throat and cast Chill Touch?
Yes, sir.
Not Chill Touch, sorry, Inflict Wounds.
Yes. Is that necrotic?
It's not 16. It is necrotic, actually. Sorry.
16 hits.
It's not good damage. That's 9 damage.
You are
Terrible damage.
You're killing the spider. Bring it down.
Seriously?
Yep.
Okay, so Solomon walks up to her, wraps that gauntleted hand around her throat, and that sort of purple, like electricity almost, like flows through the gauntlet into into her skin, and she almost just ages away and deteriorates like is it the Mummy where they do that? They almost like age and turn to dust. And as she like fades away, just hundreds of years to lose like that.
Yeah, all right. So her
dust and blows away.
Her staff obviously falls to the ground next to her as this happens, and she just sort of disappears in a dust, and just like the staff like lands vertically and then clunk, and then just like falls to the ground. And it's your turn, Solomon. Still.
That's sort of all I can really do, to be honest. I haven't got any useful bonus actions right now. Can I kick the shit out of the vampire?
You could kick her, yeah.
Yeah, I kick her.
Contested strength check.
Let's do it. It's not great. 11.
You pissed her off.
Good.
Horatio.
Still win.
Horatio will jump over LePage because he's massive.
You don't really have to.
And feel sorry.
He's like dead on the floor.
And then rams the crossbow into the vampire spawn's chest, and will not roll with disadvantage because he's a crossbow expert.
Ooh, here we go.
And then we'll.
It's still dark though.
That's alright. I can feel her at the end of it. Doesn't matter. I will do nothing.
Yes, you will not hit. Bonus action?
I know crying's a free action, but I'm going to use it as a bonus action. And then my turn.
Alright, the enraged vampire spawn, after taking a kick to the chest, is going to lunge back at, well, Horatio's right in front of her, so she is going to attack him with, again, she's got that lust for blood in her mouth, and she's going to try and bite the little man. Oh my god, that was close. And missing with her bite, she is going, nope, not that, sorry. This again as a normal attack. And is going to miss again. And just as this like onslaught of flurry of attacks at Horatio, the light from the forge lights up in an even greater, like it almost like bursts through the air, and you see the staff of Neza glowing and emanating even greater than ever, and all of a sudden she starts to materialize from her feet up in front of you, and you see her growing. The dust it like all connects her up together. However, she looks like different than she was before. Like she's white, pastier, but she is just holds the staff beautifully. The staff went perfectly erect, like magically through the forge, and then she just stands there and holds the staff in front of you and says, "Fools, you thought it would be that easy to defeat me." LePage, roll for death save.
Hey, I got one.
Thank fuck, because I have no healing potions and no healing.
There you go.
And she, all right, so she's going to attack you again, Solomon. She's like enraged at this stage, but has this like, almost like her armor sort of withered away as well. Like she's like aged all of a sudden, like 100 years since she's respawned.
Yep, that is.
There we go. They finally hit one. Is poison damage. She is doing 8 poison damage to you, and she's going to take a swing at the little guy as well.
Why can't she poison damage me instead?
She's attacking you now.
Oh, okay.
17 hits.
Yeah.
And do you have a poison resistance?
I have poison resistance.
Oh, here we go. So She's in. So she goes to hit you, charges up her spider attack with the spider head, like lunges it into you, like it bursts with that green energy, but you absorb it. What does it look like?
I think she just punched me straight in my gut, and because of my size, my gut has completely surrounded her hand, and you just see a soft glow of green.
8 damage. Solomon.
Is she still inside me?
Jesus.
She's wherever you want her to be. How hot is she?
Volunteer as tribute.
Old lady, hot. She's right up your alley.
Solomon's ready.
Old lady, not so much. Maybe Solomon.
That's what I meant. We're in character.
Did you
right
say
now,
she's
so-
ghostly now?
Yeah. She looks like she's changed. Like she's got like white, like flaked skin.
Oh, so the point is she still has flesh to some extent.
To some extent. Yeah, and yes and no. Like it's like a flakiness. It's like
Can I?
almost
there a
as if
check
she
I
was like burnt, turned to ash, and then came back with like ashy skin.
Is there a check I can make to see if swinging a sword at her looks like it would actually do anything?
I mean, she's a she's a being in front of you. It would do, yeah.
But you said she sort of had flesh. So like my point is, there's no point swinging at a ghost.
Oh, she's not a ghost. If that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Sorry, not
is
a
what I'm
ghost.
asking.
I can
Cool.
specify that. No. She has materialized. She has not
Okay,
come back
sure.
as a ghost.
All right, we swing on that grey sword.
Hit it.
We not swinging that grey sword. she's a ghost enough that this doesn't hit.
Yeah. In Solomon's confusion about if she was a ghost or not, he winds up to swing, and a big miss and whiffs on Neza. And is that your turn?
Yeah.
Horatio? Come on.
Horatio
Save the day.
has just been absolutely punched in the stomach, and therefore he then jams the crossbow against her jaw.
Whose?
Neza. Does a
Hits.
19 hit?
Hits.
Cool. I'm gonna sneak attack as well. For
Where are you aiming?
22 damage. I had it nestled against her jaw, so like right where her nose would be if she still has one.
All right. So she nestled against her jaw. Okay, so right in the face. She's taking an arrow
Yeah.
to the jaw. Okay, so yeah, you look up, directly up.
Yeah.
Shoot her. Oh, sorry. Yeah, like up here. So she has an arrow like shooting up through her face like this.
Yeah, it'd be going
Okay.
upwards.
So takes an enormous like step, like fall backwards. In clearly it has affected her, but she sort of like stumbles almost as if she's like dead, but then almost like wakes herself up and reawakens again.
Just stop. I will then use a bonus action to be scared and disengage over here.
You're doing so well, Horatio.
I'm trying. That is my go.
All right, vampires spawn. So this one is enraged next to in this bloodlust, and she is going to attack Solomon. Right
Go
there.
for it.
Do you still have shield on?
Nope. I do
No.
not know. Shield only lasts till the start of your next turn.
All good. And again with a slashing barrage.
Nope.
No. All right. All right. So that misses as well. Okay. Wow. Okay. LePage, roll a death save.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, sir.
He's stabilized. One more.
No, one away.
Two
All
and
right.
one.
Just as this is happening, the spider makes this like, almost like she does make a face that she is a little bit distraught, but she has an arrow through her mouth as well, which doesn't help. And she turns and runs for the forge that is in the side of the room. She will take
That's an opportunity attack.
attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
14.
Hits. Damage.
Oh dear. Smite.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's gonna be 13 from the sword. And I'm using my last spell slot now for the smite. Fuck, that's bad smite damage, man. That is terrible smite damage. 16
Is that
total.
16 damage? Okay, so Solomon, with this holy light that you have imbued your sword with, you are killing and exterminating for good the spider Neza.
As she starts to run away, Solomon, like, I like the idea that he doesn't swing at her, but as she runs away, he almost like javelins the sword. Didn't learn the first time, and like the sword glows with that purple light, and he spears her with it, and her form almost just like evaporates in a scream as the sword pierces her.
And just as that happens, she was able to cast a spell against the forge, channeling all the rest of her energy as she releases this scream with the sword in her back, and it all of a sudden that doorway just like buzzes and glows in this green, like burns in this ethereal green flame, and the mist in the fog in the room intensifies, almost to the point where now you are completely engulfed in it. Solomon, you're looking around. You can't see LePage. You can't see Horatio. Horatio, you can't see anyone. LePage, all you can hear is sort of the groans from LePage, and the three of you feel this pulling sensation, and you are pulled and dragged through this doorway. The last thing the three of you see is the darkness, this ominous presence. The darkest dark you have ever seen is in front of you as you get pulled through this. The mist almost like pushes you from behind, this chilling air on each of your backs, and pushes you and forces you through this doorway. And that is the end of the fight.
Does that mean no one can see now?
This is how we all feel.
The screen's just gone. The screen's just gone black.
Rad's closed the VTT, so we're all immersed.
Yeah, the screen's just gone black. Okay,
Just quickly, is this going to be some description now? So, have I got time to get a drink? Because I can still hear.
go get a drink. Yeah, go get a drink. How you feeling, LePage?
Do I have to keep rolling my death saves?
You have stabilized.
How have I stabilized?
The fight's over. You stabilized.
So what
Horatio
stabilized me?
stepped on you.
Actually, don't worry about it now. Just wait a sec.
Yeah. What has stabilized me?
Nothing.
Because I went.
Nothing.
Because I'm like I'm the worst I've ever been. Like I'm.
Yeah, sorry, no one's been able to get over to help you yet. So the three of you have been pulled or pushed by this intense fog through that dark doorway, and the whole world has gone dark and black. The screen has gone black.
I'm just vomiting blood, like profusely. Look at that gat.
One of my cats decided to invade the room. Rolled a nat 1 stealth, unfortunately.
Mine's on the desk right beside me.
Yeah, the trouble is mine ate all my fucking hobbies. This room is literally just filled with all the things that I'd like, all the hobbies that I have, and my cats tend to like think that those are chew toys.
All right, are we listening?
I am.
Did you hear what I just said, the summary? Like, you've all been sort of pushed by that fog, that intense mist through the doorway into the darkness of this haunted doorway that you, all three of you, seen. That there was nothing any of you could do to stop this from happening. The power of the room intensified, and there was nothing you could do to stop it. So you were all pulled into whatever this was.
Are we sort of just here now, or?
I'm telling you where you are.
Alright, I didn't realize you weren't done. My bad.
All good. So you have, as you sort of, like, it's almost to the point where it's darker than if you were closing your eyes. This is the darkest you've seen, and you start to like flicker and see this like faint light. You start to feel that chilling fog that you have felt all around you, and you come to, and around you, so you can, the three of you look around, and there's no LePage is sort of lying there on the ground, still in agony of his wounds, bleeding next to you. You're in a clearing that is in the forest, then a dead forest. There is, all you can see is like some dead trees around you. The fog has lifted you're immediately in front of you, but all around, what immediately in front of you, you can see you're in this dead forest, but there is this giant like mansion standing in front of you, and you are at the portcullis of this. So you're standing in front of like a gate, an old broken down gate in a small clearing in front of it. The only thing you can see is this in front of you. All around you, the three of you cannot see anything. You're completely surrounded by fog. It's just in front of you. You can see this. I'll show you a photo of it, because it's very beautiful. Just keep this up on your screen as well. So ignore the VTT now, because it doesn't matter. Just keep this image up on your screen. So you're in that image. If you might need to scroll down as well to see it's kind of a long image. That is exactly where you are, at the bottom in front of those lanterns. So you're just in this clearing. There's fog all around you. There's dead trees around this ominous looking mansion. There is sort of like a stone gate in front of you. Horatio, you are sort of in the back. You notice immediately that there is no doorway or gateway behind you, only mist. You see the body of the spider on the ground next to you with her staff next to her. You see that vampire spawn also dead next to her, and you see Solomon in front of you, confused, and LePage obviously on the ground in disarray.
I don't know the mechanic on how this works, but I think it's a medicine check, DC 10 from memory, to stabilize him. I don't know 100% if that's how it works, but
No, you just use the help condition and he stabilizes.
Does he?
You just use his help and he stabilizes. You can't get him
Rather
back
do the DC 10 with a -1.
I'm sure that it has to be a medicine check in actual D&D. Maybe in Baldur's Gate it's help action, but
Oh.
Yeah, medicine check is like the way that you deal with like severe wounds and shit.
I'll quickly double check it. But
Yeah, me too. Any questions about your surrounding? No, you're right. You
use
do
your
wisdom
DC
medicine.
10 medicine check. Okay, I was gonna say because I knew Baldur's Gate was different, but I couldn't remember if it was a DC 10 medicine or not. Book.
Oh my god, is that a -1?
I look for the bandages that I had and realize I gave them to Sildar.
You can roll. You can roll to stabilize as well, if you'd like, LePage.
Horatio comes
All
over.
right, Horatio. Yeah, I'll definitely give you that. You're both there, and you want to help your friend, so you have stabilized him. He can get up.
Slapped him.
All right. How do I stabilize now?
You're stabilized. You are stabilized.
So stabilize is what, 1 HP?
Yeah.
Okay, I come to my feet. I've got blood pouring out of my face, and my neck is like, I can't even speak right now because my neck has been ripped apart by a vampire. And I'm just kind of like dragging myself to my feet. I look around and I say, thank you. That's like all I can muster out.
And as you come to
an old man.
Sorry, I interrupted you. As you come to LePage, you also notice the dead body of the spider and the staff. You still see like that glowing sort of green ethereal light shimmering through the staff, and you also take notice of the gauntlets that she was wearing as well have the same effect.
I pull out my dick and I piss on her.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And she comes back to life and kills you.
Solomon casts command to put it away.
That's a spell slot.
Unfortunately, I have no spells left.
Yeah.
Alright, I
Can I cast prestidigitation and make the P like curl back on him?
Definitely.
Wait, hang on. I cast shape water. There's got to be some water in it.
Definitely.
It's pretty much toxic sludge at this point, but sure.
It's just green.
All that poison resistance in your blood is still made of poison at this point.
Yeah, it's just sludge and... Oh, I've been kicked.
Right.
Yeah,
I did that on purpose.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
It's probably a new area that we
I'll
don't
just
know
open
about.
up your stream instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at
think-
my stream. Yeah. Don't look on the stream yet. It should be the right place, but don't do it now. No, actually, definitely don't look at the stream, because I can see things that you guys can't, so don't look at the stream.
Not looking.
Not even if I roll a nat 20
No,
insight
do
right
not
now.
look. Please do never look at the stream right now. That would be
I'm rolling
very
insight.
ruinous. I'm going to send you
Rolling
guys an
insight.
invite.
I'm gonna roll.
I want you to know that I rolled a 3 insight. So I'm not looking at the screen.
All right, follow new links. Moment.
I'm in right now, and I'm not gonna say anything.
How are you in?
I'm in. You
I-
gave me admin access. I have admin access.
No, I
because
just sent you a new. I just sent you a new. I just sent you a new link.
Based on the name of this campaign,
the
I'm
same link.
incredibly excited.
Yeah, it's the same link. I'm in it.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
It looks fucking fantastic. Whatever this is.
What did you say, Phil?
Based on the name of what you sent, I'm really excited for this because I haven't looked at anything about said thing, but I hope it's that.
I was hoping you would say that, and I was hoping you'd realize that.
I was very. This is like one of my favorite ones that I was excited to play, so I'm keen.
Seen memes.
Okay, so the three of you are. That's probably a better. So tell me, what can you see in front of you right now? Can you just see the fence and the house?
Oh shit, that's animated as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's fucking
It's
sick.
3D.
That is
It's
really
like
cool.
a game.
Did our DM actually level up?
Fuck, if you think this is cool, fuck.
Oh, that fucking chat GPT build.
Yeah. ChatGPT built us a campaign.
Brad, you say you think this is cool, like you haven't spent the last, 13 sessions now, pausing the game so we can't even explore the VTT you put us in.
Now look, you're the
Yes,
3D
yes,
world.
yes. A minor animation is fucking sick by my standards right now.
Can you just get in the haunted horror mood again, please? Okay, so you're what are you gonna? Yeah, talk amongst each other. You're not in Kansas anymore. Let me make it that abundantly clear.
Okay, well, I'm
VTT is loud.
in extreme
Oh, sorry.
pain.
Pause that, LePage. If
Yeah.
everyone just takes note of the musical icon at the top right of the VTT, the musical icon, you
Where?
all have individual access to change volume levels of all the different things that are going to happen. But I encourage you to keep the volume up loud enough that you can hear the VTT. Just if you need to turn it down, obviously.
Thank you.
FYI, 25% is a really nice background noise compared to the music.
Yeah.
Perfect. Sorry, continue, LePage.
I'm still like in excruciating pain, so
Pretty boy, can you walk?
I cannot. I need to be carried.
Carried.
I'm not. I look at Horatio. I am not putting a twink on my shoulders.
I would say you're not in immediate danger. Like you could rest.
I mean,
Will I be able to heal?
from a metagame perspective, sure, but like we've just got transported to what looks like a haunted mansion,
Yeah.
as if we're going and have a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah, like is there anything on the body that might be able to help LePage kind of stabilize here?
You looting the body?
Yes.
Yep. So on the body, you find, you have, so first of all, the staff, which I will send to you all, but the big item that you find here is the gauntlets that she is wearing. I'm going to send them in the chat, if you guys want to have a look. They're called the Gauntlets of Ogre Power. They are a very strong set.
Oh my god.
Very strong.
I look at the gauntlets and I kind of just I do nothing. I just kind of quiver, hoping to find something to patch me up with.
So the spiders also has 5 potions of healing attached to her belt.
I loot the potions.
It would be a shame if we drank all of them right now.
I loot the potions. Actually, no, I can't even go over to the body. I'm so weak. Like, I need somebody to bring me a potion if they're gonna share one.
I want to turn to the group. Look, I don't think there's anything around here. If we find a tree or something, or just any kind of shelter, we could probably have a nap and just take turns keeping watch. From a metagame perspective, I think you only need it's 8 hours, but you need 6 hours of not doing anything, so we could actually take it in turns keeping watch.
Are you sorry? You doing a long or are you doing a short?
I'm trying to do a long. Because I think technically you can do a long rest with everyone taking a turn at keeping watch from memory. The exact numbering on it.
I will let you do that, but given you're all not sleeping the full 8 hours, you will get half your hit points that you would have got in a normal long rest.
So hang on. So a long rest is a period of downtime that's 8 hours long, during which a character sleeps for at least 6 hours. But I think that's also aimed at a 4-person party.
Sure. Just knock yourself off 5 hit points. Whatever so full health, and then, or like whatever you would normally get, and then just knock off 5.
So it'll be full health for me anyway.
5.
To be honest, the hit points is the least of my worries. It's everything else I get back from a long rest at this point.
Yeah, understood. Would you like to hear what the staff is as well? It's an item. Someone just needs to write it down if you could.
Did you take the gauntlets, Pip?
You're gonna have to reread the gauntlets. I was reading something about my character. I
in
thought
chat.
LePage was taking them.
They're in chat.
No, they're not for LePage.
No, you got to look at them, Solomon.
I'm taking 2 of these health potions.
Oh shit! I'm putting that fucking thing on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take 1 health.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm taking 2 health potions. Sorry, boys.
Okay, so the staff
Between
as well.
my AC and shield, I don't really need as many healing potions for big fights.
Well, I mean,
I only need 1. To each.
The spider staff, which is obviously a staff, is a magical quarter staff. It is shaped. The head of it is shaped like a spider. It deals an additional 1d6 poison damage on a hit when used to make a standard weapon attack.
that's just every standard attack.
That is just a normal physical attack. On top of that, the spell has 10 charges. While holding it, you can expend the requisite number of charges to cast one of the following spells. Spider climb, web. Spider climb or web.
Spider climb is a good spell.
I
will
might take
send
the
this all
staff.
to you. I might just actually I might just look. Should be in D&D.
Is the spider on the top like a bougie spider? Like pimp cane spider? Or is it like scary look?
You know,
It's-
Fixer from
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
yeah, it's that, but it's a redback with just gold studs.
That'd be mad.
I can't find the spider staff.
I just sent you the definition, but I need to send you the actual stuff, which I can't do right now, but you're just gonna have to take note of it for the moment, okay? But
Alright, I'm
yeah,
just gonna take a screenshot and put it in our Discord chat. In case
Yeah.
you forget tonight.
yep.
Okay.
So for some reason, even in D&D Beyond, those gloves don't automatically increase my strength, so I'm just gonna have to do it manually.
Manually, just remember they
I-
do require attunement, and if you take obviously take.
Oh,
them off,
that'll
just
be
change
why
it.
I'm probably not attuned. That'll be why.
You can
Yeah,
attune
I had to do that with
during your
things, too.
rest.
I will do that. Yep, as soon as I press the tune, they applied. Thank you, Brad.
Getting good.
Quality-
I'm getting
quality
good.
DM. Well, so the reason I didn't think about it is because Talon technically requires attunement as well, and I didn't realize until afterwards.
Can you
Holy
guys tell
fuck.
me if I delete your characters here? Can you still see everything?
Yeah.
Nothing changed. Excellent.
Did you guys get to choose your player character from the user config at all?
I didn't even have a look.
I haven't assigned you any characters, I don't think yet.
Okay.
I'm doing all my shit in D&D Beyond. The only time I ever click a character in this is when I want to roll initiative.
Yeah, I'm doing everything in D&D Beyond now.
That's cool.
Dude, having the fucking 19 strength, I have a +7 to hit on Talon.
What was it before?
Jesus. It was +5 before.
That's trash.
What's your shit
You
to
don't,
hit?
you don't have a +1, do you?
I do have a +1. Talon is
Oh.
+1.
My...
Oh, sorry, no, Talon was +6 before.
Are you speaking in character?
No, I'm... yeah, Solomon's actually like a closet nerd.
Actually...
It's that one fucking South Park skit all over again.
I said that, but I completely forgot that we've got the +1s from the little potion thing. The little...
Oh my god, I forgot about that the entire fight.
I'm glad that you mentioned that as well too, because all of those upgrades have disappeared and gone.
I forgot about that for the whole fight, so I could have been rolling with +7 the whole time.
I don't think you missed really, so maybe once?
I think
I
I
don't
missed
know if
one.
I don't think it was by one. Yeah, I don't think it was by one. Yeah.
So that was
It's-
just
it's-
my daggers, right? They gotta come down.
It's funny how like genuinely like canonical my dice are, because
It is.
it's canon at this point that Solomon is useless in any fight that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because even in the one-shots we've played with Solomon before this campaign, I have been useless the whole time. I got carried by rock people in the one-shot until the boss fight where I did 100 damage in one turn. Like, every time there's a boss, Solomon goes nuts, and any time other than that, he's fucking useless.
So the three of you are standing there now, somewhat well rested. Obviously, the bodies still remain next to you. You somewhat have. You all had restless sleeps, given you have found yourself in a land that you have never seen before. You've no idea where you are. You're surrounded by that same fog as you awaken. All of you report back to one another after watching that. Basically, the light never changed the whole time. So you don't know if it's day, night. It was dark, like twilight the entire time that you were all asleep. You all reported exactly the same. You feel like there's a bit of a wind in the air, there's a chill in the air, and you feel like a cold dread upon the three of you.
Does anything feel like we're not in like a normal realm? Like, does it feel like we're in like a something that's not real?
Nah, you couldn't tell.
Okay.
Unless you have some sort of arcana ability that might be able to.
No, I don't.
No, it's, the three of you have absolutely no idea where you are. But you have not seen, so the landscape that, just one sec, pause that thought.
Yeah.
The landscape that when you were in Phandelver, and you obviously went inside the mountain, which was the mine, none of the landscape here is recognizable, but you can't see much either. Like you're very much, it's like the house, like you can see in the image, it's surrounded by this thick mist, and that's it. Like it's like you're in a pause frame of one instance of something.
Is the house that we're looking at, is it the same one from the papers that we looted? If we were to like look at the papers?
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that.
It's the exact same.
Can we
You recognize it immediately. So you passed a check there
Nice.
automatically because you saw those papers. Yes.
Could we look at the papers to see if there's anything on the papers when we hold them up that's missing on the house?
Yep.
I didn't even think about the house.
Yeah, so you're looking at those like evil sort of drawn schematics of the house.
Is there? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so if there's anything on the schematics that doesn't show what we're actually in front of.
What you see immediately is it does appear like the house in front of you is a lot more inviting, if that's a good word for it. Like it's still very dull.
It's deceptive.
Like it looks a lot more inviting than even those images did. Those were unholy images that you saw, and scratched and gnarled images that were scratched on the paper. This looks
And do we all
ominous.
perceive that?
Well, you're looking at the papers, so you can tell them.
Okay, so I guess I hand the papers to Solomon and Horatio and just kind of show them. It's like, this feels very eerie and
It's got like the same vibe as the first time that you see Raphael's feast in BG3, and it's like it's just tempting, but you know it's bad.
Yeah, it's like there's something we're missing. It's like there's like a veil in front of us.
I'm fairly sure I know the answer anyways, but for the sake of like in character, I'm going to use Divine Sense, but I kind of want to cast it a little more generally, if you'll let me do that, and kind of ascertain whether the house as an entity houses evil. Not
sorry, what exactly are you looking for?
I'm not so much looking for the location of a specific entity in it. So like
Yep.
I'm in a way I'm making the spell less specific, but I want to almost use Divine Sense to try and see through any, like you were like with the whole like inviting, but it's a trap. I kind of want to try and see through any outward precedences that house sets.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked.
Any like stuff, any facades that the house presents.
So you channel your magic and you go into that darkness to try and see whatever you can see, what alignment the area has, and much to your surprise, you see nothing. It is all dark. You can see the alignment of your companions next to you and your own alignment, but you cannot see.
Oh, hang on.
anything.
What do I say on LePage? This is important to Solomon, as he has seen literal fucking shadow come out of that guy.
That's up to LePage, and LePage obviously can choose if it's pissing him off that he's using magic on him. But that's up to LePage what he sees.
Well, okay, to be fair, I'm not putting magic on him, because that's just the thing that happens to anything around me. It's a
I wouldn't be able to perceive it.
Like I
Oh,
would
no,
be
you
able to.
would, because when Solomon uses Divine Sense, it's kind of like Avatar going into the Avatar state, like his eyes roll into the back of his head and glow blue. Like
But then you
it's-
would have
it's-
seen.
it's an
But then you would have
obvious
seen
thing
me.
he does.
But you would have seen me 100 times then. So
Yeah,
you would
that's
already
true.
know what I.
It's
Yes.
never come up. It's never come up. So for future reference, what do I see when LePage is in that? And I suppose same thing for Horatio. It can also be a grey area if you're happy with it.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say it's both. I was gonna say you see
almost like warring.
yeah, like I would say you see like
darkness in a light character.
well, I was gonna say more of like on the outside you see blue, like a good,
Yeah.
and then on the inside you see like the gold, like
the goldish orange. Yeah.
yeah, but it's not like a red, like it's not like it's not an emanating like evil, but it's there.
It's like a selfish evil rather than like treacherous evil.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, not chaotic or such.
It's evil for its own devices rather
Yes.
than evil for the sake of evil.
Yeah, spot on.
Okay. What about Horatio?
I'd almost say, hold on one sec. I'd almost say that you could see like, and you can correct me if this is false, LePage, but I almost think that you could see like the patron that sort of surrounds him. Like you can, when you go into that mode, like you can see that emanating more of the evil, like the patron, like sort of that ethereal like smoke that is around you at all times. I don't know. Would you see that?
Can I get slightly more specific with this, if you don't mind, Curtis?
Okay. Yep.
Do the gold and the blue, do they look like they're almost at war with each other, like LePage is fighting, or is it something that's almost like they're at peace and they're okay?
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. It's just
I feel like
one yin and yang, yin
with
and yang.
Solomon's
Yeah.
position, that goes a long way to his perception of
Yeah.
LePage and his.
It's not a battle. It's like this is an ecosystem.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I like that. What about Horatio? What do I see with Horatio?
I had to Google the colors.
Okay, so gold, evil, blue, light, like good.
Gold, evil, blue, light.
Like blue, good.
Blue, good.
As far as like the way Solomon, like for flavor, that's how Solomon perceives it.
Okay. I would say that it is kind of a swirling. I'd say it's more blue than gold.
Okay.
I'd even head towards it's blue, but you can see like a tinge of gold, like flecks of it throughout.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that's like the
Inflicted.
yeah, like just the I don't know, like from the hardships of his life, I suppose. I don't, if it's tinges of gold, knowing what Solomon knows about Horatio and his upbringing, or just in his life in general, I don't think it would alarm him. Okay, that's cool. That's nice to know for my future reference.
But very surprisingly, you cannot see the house. You cannot see in the house. You simply see black, which you have not seen this before.
Even through the power of the gods, I can see the true intentions of everything around me, even you two. But that house, there is no intent behind it. It's not inviting. It's not rejecting. It wants nothing. It's almost a blank spot.
And just as you're speaking to your companions, you see a young boy and a young girl sort of chasing each other around the home, and they're playing a game that looks like a small, like 6-year-old boy and maybe an 11-year-old girl, and they have sort of very pale faces, and they don't look happy, but they're sort of chasing each other, playing with each other, and they come to rest at the front, just outside of the front door. And the little boy, the younger one, turns to you all and waves, like with like a quick wave. He waves to you, and he says, "Hi, can you come help us?" Just as quickly as he says that, the older sister sort of shushes him and sort of pulls him aside, like protectively, and she looks at the three of you and says, "There's a monster in our house."
Of what nature?
"Oh, we don't know. We've heard it growling. We've heard its snarls and its growls coming from the basement, but we haven't seen it, and we're scared to go inside." I put their pictures up on screen if you haven't noticed that.
Yeah, I see it.
As soon as I saw it, I immediately imagined the girl's outfit as like a feminine version of what LePage is wearing at all times.
That's a very good call. And the little boy they're both very scared. The older sister is very protective of the younger one. You can see her just sort of shielding him from the three of you, but he's quivering and scared. And she says, please, please, we need your help. There's a monster in here and we can't go back in.
I guess I just walk ahead of the two, and I just kind of grab her hand, and I'm like, okay, show me where the monster is.
And just as you go to grab her hand, like your hand slips through her and her image out the other side.
Oh shit!
I want to nail down in front of the girl, the protective one.
Does she get offended by me like doing that, or?
She just stares at you. Both of them are staring at you.
Okay.
Like nothing's happened.
I want to nail down and sort of bring myself to her level, almost even lower than her level. Look, but through some magical means, 3 of us have been brought here. We don't know what for, but one way or another, we're going to end up inside that house. You just stay out here, and we'll come and find you when it's safe. But
oh, thank you.
I just stare at Solomon. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, who's this guy?
We'll wait right here, sir. Thank you. Please go inside. The fire's on. There's dinner on the table. Please go inside.
Were these entities present when I was using the divine sense, or did they materialize after?
You don't know.
So I wouldn't have. I take it the house is just a blank spot, like it blocks, like including them.
You can't see. You don't know. Yep.
Okay. As I stand up, I want to sort of come close to, probably more so LePage as a more magical. The blank spot extends to these two. I don't know their nature, and I don't trust anything about this place, but I think aggravation isn't the best course of action until we know more. And I want to sort of start to stroll inside.
Horatio shoulders his crossbow and in a huff says, "It just doesn't feel right, but I'm not going to let these kids suffer." And I'll trudge towards the house too.
And I kind of like just jokingly say, like, you know they're ghosts, right?
And they.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were awake again.
I am. I'm healed.
The older one says, "Thank you, and Ghost, I know not what you say. My name is Rose, and this is my brother Thorn."
I was fully expecting you to say Hope as a callback to BG3 for a second then.
Okay, keep going.
Alright, I think we enter.
Yeah.
For marching orders' sake, I think I would probably pull Horatio between Solomon and our magic wielder in LePage.
Is there currently light in this area?
Yes, there's a dim light, twilight. You're no issues with light at the moment. It's definitely not daylight. It is very much like a dark, but visible. You see in the house that there is like candle light emanating from a number of the windows. There's even like the lit torches out the front that are hanging and sort of swaying in the breeze. And are you just straight up walking in, opening the door?
I mean, yeah.
Can I knock? So I'm at the front. I want to knock.
Yeah, sure. So knock, knock, knock. And you press your head against to listen. You can hear inside that it does sound like there's people hustling about. It sounds like there's commotion of some sort, but no one answers the door.
What I might do is just quickly, as Horatio has he's done some thieving in the past, he quickly tells the others just to wait a moment while he scouts the outside and looks through the windows just to get a bit of an idea of what's going on. Can he even look at the window?
So as you walk around the building, Horatio, there's like a presence that you cannot see through the windows. You can't see, like, there's like a blackness to all of the windows that you cannot see exactly what is happening inside.
Okay. Then once I make the full circle, I just couldn't see anything, guys. This still doesn't feel good, but I'll take your lead, Solomon.
I think one way or another to go in that house. We were brought here by some magical means, and look around. It's the only thing for miles. It's nothing but a forest and a house. And I wanna creak the door open. I don't want to make a scene. I want to enter. I don't want to say stealthily, but I want to. I don't know.
I get what you're saying. Slowly open the door.
Yeah, as if it's natural rather than making an entrance.
Yep. Okay, so you creak the door open and you peer inside. You see the makings of a vestibule of a house, a beautiful foyer that matches the grandeur of this old mansion. There is dim candlelight inside, but you hear nothing. You feel like almost the breeze just almost blows you through the front door, and in a very inviting way. And you see nothing. Are you all walking inside and joining him?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just see if this works.
Be real. If only I had spirit guardians, because it feels like the time.
Horatio knows nothing.
That's kind of why I put you in the middle. We got 2 magic users and then a fat rogue.
Sorry, what was the order?
Yes.
So we've got Solomon.
Solomon, Horatio, LePage. Also, just on a side note too, I have a notebook, and in my description for Horatio, I have homeless, stocky halfling - budge.
Yeah. Description.
I saw that somewhere as well, and I laughed. Yeah, I don't remember. I was pulling your data into this new VTT, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Okay, so Solomon leads the way. There is beautiful, marbled, checkered floors. There's a beautiful old grandfather clock that sits at the base of this marbled staircase that goes up. There's a number of doorways that you can immediately see, and like I said, it's dimly lit by burning candles only as you walk in. And I'll give you I'll take you here. I think you'll all come with me as we do this. And just very quickly, I want to show you, this is sort of an idea of what the foyer of the place looks like. Can you all see that? The foyer?
Yep. Yes.
Yep. Very cool.
Yeah. Okay, so that's that beautiful old grandfather clock. Doors flanking to the left and the right. Beautiful marbled pillars, marbled floors. So you all step inside. You've got doors to your left and your right. As you sort of, like LePage, you're all sort of standing together, looking around in an awe, and all of a sudden, the front door snaps closed very quickly. Snaps closed, and it with the force of the door, it actually blows the candles out that are in this foyer, and it is all pitch black all of a sudden.
As soon as that happens, I would be casting light on Talon and illuminating
Perfect.
from the front.
So as you cast light on Talon and hold your sword up, you see in front of you, above the staircase on the wall, this writing starts to appear and like scratch into the wall. And it starts to say like one letter, one word at a time, almost in like a reddish hue that you see, but it almost has like a blood raining down from it. And it says, "Beneath this dwelling lurks a beast who hungers for a bloody feast. He sleeps until the midnight chime, then wakes to feed his dark design. If morsels seek to flee their doom, then bring toward his secret room a gift to soothe his savage mood, but mind the servants of his brood."
Can you just copy paste that into chat? Oh, never mind.
And I'll do the same for you as well.
And I'm just gonna take a screenshot of that and drop it in
Yeah.
Discord.
Thank you. I was about to
Yep.
do exactly the same thing.
Yep, because I'm gonna need this when we're doing riddles later on.
Yeah, exactly.
So as soon as the last word "brood" gets scratched onto the wall behind the clock, you hear the clock
So this is appearing in blood in front of us. In real
appearing,
time.
scratching in blood in real time in front of the three of you on the wall.
That's a very cool image.
Above the staircase, and just as the last word is written, the clock strikes 6 and goes ding dong, ding dong, and then the candle lights sort of come back up and cover the room in the same light as before.
Okay.
I am comfortable if you would like to navigate around and tell me where you would like to go.
I'd like to look at the grandfather clock and inspect it a little closer to figure out
Yep.
why it's chiming at 6 p.m.
Sure. So it's just chimed at 6 p.m. and you can see that it is now ticking. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Time is passing at what you perceive to be a normal time frame. Seconds are ticking past. It is now 6:01.
So it doesn't look like anything more than just a clock. There's there's nothing. There's nothing like deceiving. I couldn't. There's nothing that looks like I might have to like pry it open or.
No, just a clock that is ticking and moving.
Okay. Interesting. And then I guess we look at the blood on the walls.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess we discuss between us and just try to figure out like what that means to us. It sounds like there's a demon in the bottom who's hungry.
It's 6 o'clock now. Whatever they're referencing is gonna wake up
At midnight.
in a matter of hours.
Yeah. He
That's
wakes
not a lot of time.
And if it's the same beast that those children are referencing, we don't have a lot of time to find it.
bring towards. It sounds like there's a secret room and something we need to find. We need to find.
The children said that whatever it was in the basement. Maybe we start by going down if we can.
Well, no, because that's where it is. It's in the basement.
But it's asleep.
There are no stairs down that you can see.
Secret room.
Stairs go up.
Damage mode.
I would say we just start clearing the rooms, like right to left or left to right, and just start clearing like a.
Yeah. We're on the clock.
Yeah.
I think I would naturally just go to the closest door on the left, and give it a peek.
And just start clearing, yeah, because
Feel free
we
to
need
do
to get
that.
going. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, feel free to do that. So as Horatio, as you approach the door to your immediate left, is that what you're referring to? First door on the
Yeah.
left? Yep. So
That's
you
right.
press your head up and you can hear a busy dinner party happening. You can hear the coming and goings of waitresses. You can hear the chiming of cutlery and the dinging of glassware.
It sounds like there's a lot of people on the other side of this.
Do you want me to go in first?
Maybe.
In the same fashion as the main door, I want to open it not slowly enough to appear suspicious, but not quick enough to draw attention.
The moment you crack the door open, the sounds from within immediately stop, and it is all still in the same candlelit fashion that you were in before. There's so candelabras all around the room. In the middle of the room, you can see this beautiful mahogany, gorgeous table with 8 chairs surrounding it. You can see an untouched, perfect feast of the most beautiful meats, vegetables, wines, the most impeccable feast you could ever draw up in your mind. There's like a deer above the mantelpiece of the fire. The fire is inviting, it's glowing and warm. There is a couple of windows on the outside looking out to the mist, and yeah, that's it. Feel free to move. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, we're
Here.
locked. But
My bad.
the page is instantly like, this finally feels like home. A proper meal, proper wine.
But I think
proper
characters are
environment.
fine because I can't move mine.
You can't move
Yeah.
yours?
I can. You just gotta click. It's
I
not.
have clicked already.
I
Hold on.
can't do mine.
Yeah. I will.
I'm-
use that.
Horatio's,
Feel free to go in the dining room, LePage, to the left.
Horatio's just drooling and can't remember the last time he had a hot cooked meal.
Oh my god, it's interactive. How did you get this map?
I slayed the souls of fucking.
Oh, this is so fucking sick.
Just yeah, it is cool. Just give me one moment. Configure ownership. Sorry. 2. You are now the owner.
I immediately walk over to the table and I grab the first cup of wine that's there.
As soon as I see him reach for something, I want to grab him by the shoulder. Stop!
And I look at Solomon and I'm like, can you not smell the grapes?
It's warm. Like the food is warm, and you can see the heat coming off it. It's that fresh.
Everything we know about this place, something is off about it. My own god can't help me here. Whatever is in this place, it is too powerful to meddle with.
But we haven't eaten in so long. And finally, we have real food.
It smells so good.
How about
so
just a
there's
nibble?
Sorry, keep going.
What if it's cursed?
But what if it isn't?
You are the strongest magic wielder we have. I don't have the power to silence you if you become possessed.
Okay. Fuck, how would we even perceive if this is a fucking ruse? I'm just talking out of character right now. Because I'm as LePage in his character, like he would just be like, finally, like this is like.
I think in D&D, like I think Fib said something to me in a message earlier. Your characters have strengths and they have weaknesses. And you should embrace those. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like LePage would straight sit down and want to indulge. Like 'cause it just feels like home again.
Yeah, you do your thing. What are you eating?
Well, no, but I can't. Like Solomon's like
Oh.
he's kind of like Solomon's put his hand on my shoulder just to kind of stop me here.
Luckily, Solomon can't stop Horatio.
Do you have LePage, do you have the power to help me if something happens to Horatio? We have a better chance of restraining him than him and I have of restraining you. I understand
How do
we
we-
need to eat, and I understand that we need sustenance of some sort, but you are far too powerful and unpredictable to be a test on me.
Horatio reaches across the table and places one little fat finger on a chicken thigh.
Does it feel hot to touch?
Ooh, it feels moist. It is
Oh, that
tender. Horatio will then scoop up chicken and just start shoveling it in. Can't hold back.
It's indulging.
I am indulging.
Does anything change in the environment?
Nothing changes. So you sink your teeth into this. This is some of the best food that you have ever had, Horatio. It is
It is the best.
it satiates your hunger. Just
This is the
absolutely
first, like,
indulging.
food that he's ever had. Everything else,
Yeah.
other people have thrown out.
Yeah. You're indulging. You grab chicken. You grab.
Guys, it's so good.
Keep going.
LePage, it's worth it. Don't listen to the fool. Just have some.
LePage, please let me at least try something. And I want to place my hand as above the food.
Everyone's-
And one more time attempt to cast Divine Sense.
Yeah. All right. So, as your world turns to black, you catch this very quick flicker of literally what is under your hand. You catch a flicker of the food, and you don't. There's no evil to be seen here, but there's nothing good. But literally, it's a flash. You see the food as like a neutral force, and then it's gone. But only what you were touching.
I think it may be safe. There's nothing necessarily evil.
I grab the bottle of wine, and
nothing more than what you need.
I grab a bottle of wine, I hand it to Solomon, and I grab a bottle of wine, and I cheers him. And I say, we deserve this. And I take a sip from my bottle.
So out of character, Solomon's kind of an alcoholic because he's dealing with things. This is not fair.
Solomon, you over LePage's
I'm
head.
gonna roll something quickly.
Oh, are you rolling a con check, a con save, or a wisdom intelligence? What are you rolling?
Oh, he's just seeing if he keeps getting deceived or whatever.
Solomon reluctantly cheerses and takes a sip.
Ooh, what'd you roll?
I rolled a d20 on a 10 plus. Solomon puts it down on a under 10. Solomon drinks.
Nice.
Of course he rolled the ladder.
Great.
I rolled a 7.
The three of you like feel a comfort that after taking the first bites of food, you feel a comfort in the room, and you all start to indulge that little bit more in the food, and it's you all enjoy it together collectively. And Solomon, you almost break and come to the soonest, and above the two, you've all sat down at this stage at the table, and you see behind you on the mantelpiece there is this beautiful artwork of a family. So it's a family of like a lord-looking person, a lady-looking person. That none of them have smiles on their faces. They have 2 children in front of them. You immediately identify those two as Rose and Thorn.
Oh,
and
shit.
there's also a baby in the man's hand. So it's me and my wife and my 3 kids. Bad joke. So under the plaque, it reads Mr. Gustav and Mrs. Elizabeth Durst with their 2 children, Rosavalda and Thornbolt. And the image again, so Lord, Lady, 2 children, Thorn and Rose, and a baby in hand.
So I guess does Solomon kind of like point to us to show like that we haven't found this baby? Like do we know?
Solomon's still like almost as like a jerk reaction. Like it's like his coping mechanism has almost overcome him as he's standing in front of this painting. He's like subconsciously refilling his glass.
Because
Rose and Thorn, those aren't just ghosts. They're the children of the family that lived here.
Oh, that's so good.
That is a cool
Kind of like
picture.
that, but not as cartoony, more haunting.
Oh, there's a doll.
The man of this house.
Look, look.
Yeah, there was a dude. Did you not see the picture that Brad originally put? The doll was sketchy as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
holding it outside.
My gut is
All
already telling
outside
me.
was terrifying.
My gut is already telling me this doll
Yeah, bro.
is
what the
important.
fuck?
Dude, this doll's fucking important because it's in 2 photos already.
Out of character. Oh, sorry, in character. We haven't really paid any attention to the doll though.
Yeah, but okay.
The family. There's a child younger than Rosenthorn, a baby. They didn't mention anything outside, but it could still be here.
Should we put down our cups and wander?
Why did a door open when I've got this picture on my screen?
That was the
Oh,
game master.
It was
still-
just the door was open already. Sorry, someone closed it.
There's still more wine to be drank. The kids did say this was left out for us. It would be rude of us not to finish.
Now,
Solomon's
Now-
almost like like this is his coping mechanism.
yeah. Now I'm putting my hand
In-
on Solomon's shoulder to be like,
This is
we've had,
his coping mechanism in the real world, and now it's like magical. Like Solomon
Yeah.
is.
I'm like now trying to do what he was doing to me to be like, we've had our share. It's time for us to get back into our investigation.
How dare you? There is food prepared for us, and you would leave it?
We've eaten and we've drank, my friend. We
And
have a
still-
mission.
There is more to be wasted.
We can come back.
Look,
We've been
look to
hungry.
your friend. And I point to Horatio.
Horatio's still like neck deep.
Horatio's just got chicken juice through his beard and
deprive him.
wine all
You
over.
would deprive him of the greatest meal, the greatest drink he has had in his life.
And I'll look down. I'll look kind of like time it in my head and be like, we've already wasted like 30 minutes here. We only have 5 hours to figure out what we're gonna do or how to soothe this beast.
Just as you're having that thought, you hear ding dong.
Oh, no.
Ding dong. And you immediately come to your senses and think, have we really been here eating for an hour? Did you all see this as well?
Yeah, we saw
Yeah,
that.
that's just a picture. Yeah. Perfect.
All right,
Just making sure it works.
I think we got to get out of here and start moving around.
I would also like to go double check that the clock was correct.
There's like a little
What's it?
closet right here.
Is the clock reading 7 o'clock now?
7
Yeah,
o'clock.
there's a okay, so the
Okay.
clock is
I
correct.
just want to make sure it wasn't
All right,
scheming.
could we then
Open the door.
DM Brat?
Let me in.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
open the door.
I'm in. What is moving?
What's this? What is this room?
So this is a cloakroom. You immediately see like fur coats, old like LePage. You've seen beautiful coats, designer coats like this all your life. There was a number of guest coats here that were all put up. They all have beautiful, extravagant clothing. You don't, though, recognize the make or the style exactly. You've seen coats like this, but this is a style that you haven't seen before. You see on the ground, you pick up a note that has fallen out of one of these coats, and I will show it to you. It's basically an invitation to an anniversary party. I'll show it to you. Can you read that?
Yeah.
You're cordially invited to join Mr. Gustav and Elizabeth Durst for a celebration of the 1-year anniversary of the Durst Mill. The Durst residence, Barovia Village, 6 o'clock p.m. Dinner and refreshments to be served.
I would probably assume that that's where we just were.
See, Solomon?
We were invited. Is there
Now
anything
we're
else? In
invited,
this
let's
room?
go back.
Nothing else. No,
Okay.
nothing else. Just coats. If you'd like to grab a coat, you can have one. So you're heading to the kitchen, Horatio?
I just liked being able to walk through a door.
Oh, well, you can head there if you want. Is that where you're moving?
Now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
were you
I could
talking?
hear you guys. I could hear everything the whole time, but my mic was bugging out because my headset died.
Okay, so you saw that. You saw the invitation and the note.
I did, yeah. I've been here the whole time, just not able to talk.
That's fine.
Alright. Pretty much as soon as I finished my dialogue with LePage, my headset died.
Alright, in the kitchen.
All of you go to the kitchen, so just so Solomon, can you see it? So as you walk into the kitchen, it looks like the remnants of a feast that has been obviously prepared here. There's still like the fire, the furnace is glowing. You can see like beautiful ingredients all around you, pumpkins. You can see this like stacks of potato, like cured meats hanging from the ceiling. There's wines everywhere. There's beautiful cutlery in plates, sort of like over here. You can sort of see like that's where all like the cutlery and stuff is held in like the plate racks. You can see what else can you see? That's it for now.
And we're paused, so that means event. Sorry. What's behind here?
Horatio, as you investigate some of the cupboards and things, you immediately see like there's beautiful, extravagant knives. There's like a set of the most glistening, beautiful knives that you've seen. Kitchen knives, not normal fighting knives, but kitchen knives. But
Anything's a fighting knife if you try hard enough.
absolutely. Interestingly, you see that one of the largest knife slots is empty.
I think I just call that out to the other guys and say that noticeably there is a big knife missing. I don't think we're alone.
That's not a knife.
LePage pulls out a spoon.
Does this food look the same as what was on the table?
Yeah, it looks like it's where it was prepared.
Yeah, okay.
Is there any more wine?
Yes, there is. So there's champagne in one of the, like, there's a champagne sort of rack that's in one of the corners.
Solomon almost stumbles over to it. LePage, come on. You can't tell me this doesn't remind you of home. And I want to pop a cork.
And it does remind me of home, and it smells amazing. But we've had our meal, my friend, and it's time for us to get back to work.
You would let a veteran like myself drink alone.
You can drink with Horatio. I must stay focused.
I'll drink.
Yeah, I've had like 3 glasses of wine, so I'm like at that point now where I'm like, if I have any more, I know it's gonna put me into a drunk.
Solomon pours out two flutes of champagne, hands one to Horatio, and like almost a little bit too energetically, like you know when someone's getting to that point of tipsy, just like offers the cheers up in the air.
And you both drink?
Salud.
Hey, he's learning Spanish. Solomon drinks.
As you drink this, it immediately turns to like it's like it's aged 200 years in a moment, and it's vinegar in your mouth.
Oh. Well, it's not the nicest drink.
Solomon has drank moonshine, man. He huffed it down.
Delicacy.
No, maybe not quite my preference. And he puts the bottle down.
As you stumbled through the cupboard, Solomon, you knocked over like what looked to be like a gift, like it was like a gift that was wrapped in the champagne case, and it knocks over. And as you go to pick it up, you see actually there's like the remnants of a plate that's been smashed here as well.
Can I put the pieces together?
With disadvantage.
I was gonna say anything dexterity, I would probably roll at disadvantage.
No, you can do your thing and puzzle piece it back together.
Yeah, I'm a self-imposed disadvantage. Like Solomon's drunk, and
Yeah.
I was gonna say anyway. Anything wisdom or dex disadvantage. Anything charisma advantage.
Perfect. So go. I mean, you can try and put it back together using a dexterity save. Yep.
Yep. Okay, I forgot to activate in the VTT because it's a new thing. I rolled a 3 with disadvantage.
Okay, great. So you fumble around. You actually, yeah, sort of give yourself a little cut as you're handling the broken glass pieces.
A page.
Yes.
Some help would be nice.
What do you need help with?
My old man eyes aren't what they used to be.
What do you want me to do for you, friend?
This was gift wrapped, but like I said, my eyes aren't what they used to be, and I've knocked it over in my stupor. Could you help me see what it was?
I can try. Like, what kind of role am I doing here?
What are you doing? Are you picking up the gift? Or are you picking up the plate?
Oh, I thought the plate was the gift. Sorry. My bad.
No, the gift it fell out along, and then as you went down to see the gift that had fallen, like the packaging, then you saw the remnants of like a smashed plate on the floor.
Okay, in that case, like just retcon a little bit. Can I just roll something to see if that plate even looks important? Or if it's just a plate.
It's a plate on the floor.
Okay. In all honesty, in that case, then, like, slightly tipsy Solomon wouldn't even think like a thing of it. He'd be grabbing the gift and... guys...
What does the gift look like?
What is it?
It is like almost like kind of like a fat wine bottle sort of shape, but like chubby, and it has like a beautiful ribbon around it, and it looks like, yeah, you could pop off the top of it.
Solomon, like, holds it up well above his head. I found the good stuff, guys. And he, like, pops it onto the table. Shall we?
I put my hand on him to stop him, and I'd be like, not this one. This one's special.
Never seen you like this, Solomon. I think.
You're gonna drink it, the children.
Let's just keep this one with us for now, and later on, if we don't need it, you can have it. But carry one of the other bottles of wine with you, and you can drink that one if you'd like.
You haven't opened the gift, though, have you? Have you opened the gift?
No.
Okay.
I want to pass it to a page and, like, slap my hand onto his shoulder. I'll tell you what. When you and I get out of here, the three of us are gonna crack that bottle open and share it. And I hand the bottle to LePage.
LePage just stares at you.
Yeah. LePage just takes the bottle and is carrying it now in his hands.
It's kind of fat as well. Like, it's not necessarily just a bottle. Like, it kind of like that. It's kind of an odd shape. I just used wine. Sorry, I might have been too descriptive on that. It was definitely wine. It's just that sort of like cylindrical shape.
Okay. Well, let's go across the hall to go check out these doors.
Yeah, all right. I will pause you on this one because I want to explain this room. I don't want the VTT to do it. Walking inside, you smell the scent of like cigars in the air. You can see the roaring fire as you like open the door. You can see the roaring fire at the end. You can see like great antlers above the fire. And you're sort of scouring the room, and immediately you're met by these amber piercing eyes and a snarling mouth of a wolf in the corner of the room. And you take a frightened step back before noticing that it is completely frozen, and it is not alone. There are two other wolves in this room, but they are all taxidermied wolves. This looks like a hunter's den, like a man's cave, like a cigar bar room. You can even see a cigar that's recently been burned on the table that's sort of sitting in an ashtray.
I walk up to one of the wolves in the back corner. I just like poke its eye. Just kind of like flick the glass in its eye.
As he's doing that, Stallman picking up one of the cigars that sort of looks fresh enough. Cast prestidigitation to like sort of snap his fingers and light the cigar. Like just like the tip of his finger, a little flame appears. Start puffing it in the corner.
Nice, love it. Upon further investigation around the room, LePage, you find a couple of small children's toys that have been left near the fire, and they look like threadbare gray wolves that have been sort of patchworked together. One of them says Rose and one of them says Thorn on them.
Okay.
That's not uncomfortable at all.
Yeah, I pick up the toys, and I'm now carrying the toys as well. Is there like a bag in the room that I can put like all these things in?
Yes. There's no bag of holding, but yes,
no, but
you could.
is there something?
There's
I
something in the cloakroom. Yeah, there was a couple of bags in the cloakroom.
Okay,
They were
well,
very feminine, but yes, there was.
But
That is
they're
not out
actually
of the realm of possibility for LePage.
I was actually gonna say like they're actually perfect. Is what you're saying.
Very
So-
feminine.
So the page goes and gets one of these bags, and he puts the kids' toys in it, and he puts that bottle in it. Now he's carrying this stuff around.
Perfect. All right. What's the bag look like? Like sort of like a salmony sort of pink Louis Vuitton.
Perfect.
No, it's black and purple.
Perfect. It matches, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While this is happening, on that table that was filled with cigars, can I inspect it if for any like maybe drawers or anything that might have some new cigars in it?
Absolutely.
unused?
Yeah. Roll a check with disadvantage. Perception. Investigation.
Hang on. Investigation's in though. Didn't we say wisdom and dex?
Sure. Go with whatever you want. I think your
Doesn't
intelligence.
matter.
I think you're. Yeah.
It's pretty well. Damn it. This was gonna make for a really wholesome moment in about like 10 episodes.
I mean, I'm happy to say that like you're in a cigar room. Like if you spend more time here investigating, I'm sure you would find them.
Yeah, I'm looking for a humidor. The plan is basically to find 3 cigars to share with the boys at a later date.
No, you can look for them.
Is there any cabinetry?
Yep. There's multiple cabinets on the mantelpiece near the wall.
I'd like to investigate them one by one.
Right, so you take 10 minutes to investigate those, and
Worth it.
you find a stash of the most beautiful cigars you've ever found, seen, and smoked. Hundreds.
They are David off 2000's Year of the Golden Dragon.
Yeah.
No
I'm
pocket
starting
red.
to believe that anything that you want, you can find in here. Anything that you
That's fine by me, bro.
no.
Solomon drunk, bro. Like, the voice of reason is gone.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to be the voice of reason here and and be
So
like,
I pocket the cigars.
yeah.
Three of them. I don't take more than 3.
In the same
I-
closet. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just supposed to say to the guys like, I'm starting to believe that anything that you want you can find it in this house. Like anything that we want is in this house. We need to be very careful with what we're taking.
As Phipp's sort of stumbling, as Solomon is stumbling through the cabinet, Horatio's watching him do this, and it's something that catches his eye. Horatio's not here. Hopefully he can hear me. I'm just gonna wait for him. I love the music. It's very somber. You think he can hear? Does he have a wireless headset?
I think he does, but he may be in a similar situation to me where when he walks away, so with my headset at least, if I'm in a different room, the output has better range than input. So you guys won't hear me, but I can hear everything you're saying. He might be in the same boat.
So as you're I'll just repeat if I need to. So as you're fumbling through, Horatio looks over and there's like this shimmer and shine that catches his eye. And there's a rack of 5 crossbow bolts, like beautifully engraved, designed, and shimmering in the fireplace light. And he's still not here. He's taking a poo.
Probably.
Any other questions for me while we're waiting?
No, but from a feedback perspective, this is a fucking sick transition.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
I guess for me,
I'm loving
does
this.
does anything look out of place for this room?
No, everything like you see seems remarkably like to put together in this house. Again, looks put together like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's so that's what I'm trying to get across. Like it's so perfect that it's like every room is gonna have exactly what it's supposed to have in it. Like I don't know if that's translating correctly, but it's weird to me. Like nothing feels like it's missing anything.
I'm back, sorry.
Question 2, is your headset like mine where you can hear but not speak, or?
Not at all.
So you didn't hear anything I just said?
I heard bits and bobs.
Okay, I want to repeat this for you because it was for you specifically.
Yeah.
So that's okay. So Solomon is sort of like looking through the cigar cabinet and knocking a few things down, and you see out of the corner of your eye this shimmer and shine, and there's this case that is specifically like made for these the most beautiful crossbow bolts you have ever seen. There's 5 of them lined up and hanging within the closet. They have like a decorative design around the shaft, and they're like engraved on the tip as well, and the tips are glimmering in firelight.
Ooh. I think Horatio would definitely be drawn towards taking them without thinking at all. Can I take, you say they're 5 different ones or just 5 bolts in general?
They're 5 a matching set.
Okay. I think I will just swipe all 5. I don't think I'd even say anything to the others. I think I'd just walk up and just take them.
Can you roll an investigation check while you do that?
Oh, I can.
That's about better roll.
Right, so as you pick them up, you identify the tips to be made of pure silver.
Ooh. Okay.
You can add 5 silver-tipped arrows to your inventory.
I shall. Thank you.
While this is happening, sort of just because it's reminded me a little bit, given the fact that this house so closely resembled the house that we found on the blueprints in the fort, would I have seen anything? I'm aware that Solomon's maybe a little bit worse for you right now, but maybe even before then, would I have seen anything resemblant of any symbols or logos or emblems or anything on that blueprint of the sword that was supposedly stolen?
Yes, Paul, actually no, you've got the stuff, so I'll let you so you put them out on the table and you start to compare them back and forth.
If you'll allow me to retcon it before I was drunk, basically.
Yeah, no, I get
the sort of thing that was before when we realized the house was the same as the one in the photo.
Yes.
It was kind of like that. That's when the light bulb would have clicked.
Yes.
Unfortunately, real life Fip is also kind of sharing Solomon's ailment right now.
There is nothing connecting the 2 documents together, but well thought of. Nothing. There's no crossover, emblem, scribbles, art style. that is, yeah, crossing over from either. Both are very different.
Cool.
All right. I guess we're done with this room then. If there's nothing else in here.
True. Does Horatio see anything else? Being a little gremlin.
No, so there's nothing. No, you've explored the room. It's done.
Okay.
And sorry. Now
Did the others see me take the bolts?
It's up to you.
Solomon
If you did,
wouldn't have been paying attention to it.
Yeah, it's up to you.
The page was too bad. The page was just like poking the eyes of like the wolves and stuff. He doesn't care.
I could see LePage, given your current mood state, Curtis LePage was very inquisitively looking around this room. Like he's looking up and down and everywhere and looking under the chairs and on the tables and checking out everything, feeling the wolves, etc., etc.
I would say kind of opposite.
Oh.
I would say
Sorry.
LePage was just
LePage
Walk-
was creeped out by this place already.
yeah like
True.
this room in particular where it's like Solomon's like, oh, I want to find cigars, and it's like, here's cigars. It's like, oh, we haven't had food. Oh, here's food. Like it's like everything that we've needed has kind of just been like readily available. Like anything that we like think that was like, oh, I want this, it's here. So now LePage is starting to get like a really eerie feeling about things.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then no one saw me take the bolts.
No
I've
one.
just been greedy, and I've just pocketed them because I've seen them as silver, and that means money.
Awesome. What's next? LePage, have you left the room?
Yeah, I'm heading to the room on the right.
Yeah, great.
Like not so much that Solomon specifically is looking out for it, but from a metagame perspective, how much time has passed in this room?
You've gone to 7:20 now. 20 minutes have passed.
Okay. Would you say that's enough time for Solomon to realize that maybe he's had a bit to drink?
I mean, you started drinking at 6.
But the last
Probably
drink
not.
was
You're
before-
buzzing now. You had a
the
cigar and
la-
everything.
The last drink was before we left the last room, though, which was before 7.
Yes. So you got to drink what, 30 minutes ago?
Yeah,
Are you saying you're sobering up? Or?
No. That's not at all what I'm asking. There's a different
Oh.
reason I'm asking. It's
Okay.
more so, would it be enough time for Solomon to realize maybe he should slow down?
That's up to you.
Yeah, you're in charge of Solomon.
The reason so I'm gonna say that Solomon wants to keep himself in check, and as a result, I'm hoping the DM will let me expend 5 points of lay on hands to neutralize a poison affecting the creature, and
Yep.
basically
You're neutralizing the
use
booze.
I'm gonna sober myself up.
Yeah.
Almost like a wake up call to myself.
Yeah. Absolutely. You could have a flicker or a moment and sort of feel that way, and then obviously put your
Almost
hands
like
on yourself.
almost like a flashback to the fact that this place is like this split second flashback to Solomon putting his hand over the chicken and trying to like ascertain its nature, and
Yeah.
this blank spot where his god can no longer help him, and he realizes that maybe alcoholism isn't the play right now.
Yeah.
And he expends his lay on hands to sober himself up
Only
as
that
he
was
has
a
done
real life thing.
many times in the past. Sorry, if only D&D was a real life thing.
It will be
I'd
in a
like
few
to-
weeks.
I'd like to go into the room.
Okay, so in this room, it's just like a foyer where you take your shoes off and on, like another extension of the cloakroom. But there's no cloaks or shoes in it at the moment. It has beautiful parquetry wood floors. Nothing really takes your attention. I don't want you to waste your time in here. There's nothing here.
Okay, so we just keep going to the next room?
Sorry, I should have blocked it off. There's nothing.
Even in the next room?
There's nothing in the next room. Sorry, that's the cloakroom.
In the cloak.
And LePage just came out of the closet.
LePage is not in the closet at all.
I was gonna say, I don't think there's ever been any pretenses. This is the same person that expected back shots when the last boss died.
Mate,
With
there's only one person that
nowhere.
got backed up.
Now I need you to test this out for me. So,
We need to go up
can you
the
guys
ladder.
see the
There's-
button on the staircase?
No.
I had to walk onto the stairs to then see the
Walk
button.
onto the stairs
yep.
Oh, yep,
Move
yep,
up
and try
stairs.
clicking that button.
Loading.
Have you guys moved?
yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Currently loading. You cannot switch scenes until resources
Yeah.
finish loading. Okay, now it's switched. Cool.
Fucking sick. Look at that.
Nice.
So this is a hectic little module you got, Brad.
Yes, it is. So walking upstairs, you see a repeat of the marble floors, the statues to the left and your right. They're like coat of arms statues, like really like big, strong, beautiful armor, to the left and the right, and holding like large staffs as well. The staircase sort of creaked as you walked up it, but it was, again, like, this is opulence like you have never seen before, Horatio. Now, we can keep going here. I can, but if you guys want to stop and pause and go to sleep, we can as well.
It's
I
10:30.
am. It's up to you guys. I'm all good to continue if you guys are.
I can probably do a little bit longer.
I'm good because next week's a little sketchy for me.
Let's go. Keep going. All right.
Let's-
So
let's keep
let me
going.
show you. Let me show you. So we've gone to the second floor. So you see there's doors on, there's 1, 2, 3 doors that you can see. There is like 2 doors in your, we'll say your left to be simple, and 1 on your right. There's another like a matching painting in front of you on the far side of the hallway. You can see, yeah, that's all. Perfect. So there is, sorry, the staircase goes up again to another floor as well. So this is, you're basically on first floor, let's call it. Actually, let's make this easier. Let's call this second floor. First floor was ground floor. This is second floor.
Yep.
And I'm happy for you
Alright.
to navigate wherever you'd like, whichever door you decide to go through. Just let me know. Just
I'm
point
like
to it.
metagaming through the door.
Yeah, let's just keep clearing doors.
The room on the right has a grand piano.
Are you metagaming? Are you seeing through it?
Solomon.
A little bit, yeah.
All right, is that the door
We'll
you want to
go
go
through
through? All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just gonna pause you because I want to talk you through this quickly. So
What page
this-
am I able to see?
So as these doors are beautiful, like these are like a huge French double doors. There's like a glass behind them, glass paned. You can see that grand piano immediately, but Horatio, as you approach the door, you can hear this beautiful harpsichord playing inside, and it's playing a beautiful dancing, eerie but dancing melodious as you walk through the door, and as soon as you creak the door open, it immediately stops and is replaced by a piercing silence. In this room, feel free to walk in if you'd like. In this room is a piano, a harpsichord, another fireplace that's burning, chairs all around. This would have been like a dance floor or a conservatory. You see there's a beautiful brass-plated chandelier above, upholstered chairs all around, stained glass walls, stained glass windows with depicting families and children and well-dressed nobles, and an exquisite harpsichord just by the fireplace as well. Where are you, Solomon? Are you here?
Yes.
At the piano.
Solomon
sorry.
walks
Yeah,
over to
excellent.
the piano and sits down and begins to play Mazurka in A minor by Francis Chopin.
Do you know how to play? Are you proficient in musical instruments?
FIP is, if that helps.
So, Solomon believes he's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least let me roll.
Absolutely, you can roll. Yeah. So there is sheet music on the piano as well.
It's a 16.
Yeah. Okay. So you can read the sheet music and play whatever it is that is on the sheet music. music in front of you.
So that particular piece is actually like quite an eerie sort of like atonal piece. I just thought it was fitting, so hence why.
As you
I like the
start
idea of
playing,
Solomon going to
as
play
you
it.
play the eerie music, you're sort of focused and looking at the keyboard, but like in front of all of you, in the middle of the floor, there's like ghosts that start materializing and dancing in the middle of the room. Like they're like this really lightish hue, and noble people, men and women, that are dancing. There's probably 6 or 8 pairs of them, but just as quickly as they appeared, they disappear as well.
Did we recognize any of them?
You didn't have enough time to.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm just gonna run my fingers through the harp, just
Yeah.
hitting every single note.
You sit down by the harp, and you don't know how to play it. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't know how to play it. I'm just gonna run my hands through it.
Perfect. So you as you touch it, you almost get this like sensation or encapsulating, and you run your fingers across it, almost like you sort of know how to play it. But as you're running your fingers, you feel there's a tightness in one of the chords, and it's blocked by something. So one of the pieces that connects the string is actually blocked by something. Like you can't click the lever.
Okay, then I want to investigate that string.
Yeah, perfect. You look inside the harpsichord and you pull out. It's like a tiny little piece of parchment that has been lodged inside of that note, and you pull it out and string it out in front of you, and it is sheet music. But confirming you don't know how to play an instrument.
I do not.
Yeah.
But
As you see this sheet music, you get this sensation, and you feel like your hands are being guided to the harp, and you start to play what is exactly in front of you, despite having no knowledge of how to play the harp. And there's this eerie melody that the 3 of you start to hear coming out of the harp. And it's, again, the dancers start to come back. And give me one moment. I just want to read. The name of the song that you read is The Waltz for Clara. Waltz for Clara with a K. And so the dancers, the ghosts start to come round, and you see there's 6 or 8 pairs of dancers in the middle of the room, all look very happy. And then all of a sudden, in the corner of the room, call it here, you all see a figure who is lonely in the corner, a female that you recognize as Elizabeth Durst. And she is staring at one of the pairs that includes her husband, and she is scowling at this pair, this duo, this person obviously dancing with her husband. And that stare becomes a scowl, and you start to see like a burning amber in her eyes, and all of a sudden there's a snap, and all the dancers are gone, but she is standing there alone in the corner of the room with her amber eyes burning. And you see this like ethereal necklace around her, and there's this beautiful burning amber gem within it, and that is all you can see. The room sort of darkens, and it's her standing there, and all of a sudden she vanishes as well.
we all saw this.
Yes.
Okay.
In the distance, after the music, so after you finished playing the waltz for Clara, you did hear a screech, and like a door in the distance opened. Can you hear the music in the back? How cool is that? Can you hear the harpsichord?
I can hear piano.
The music in the background is the mazurka that I referred to earlier.
Oh, perfect. How'd you play that?
I just put the link in.
Oh, awesome. Fucking right.
As soon as you described the scene, I was like, I know the piece.
Perfect. That's excellent work by you there, Fip.
All right. Is there anything else in this room that we feel is out of place?
After taking some time to investigate the room, you see nothing more that catches your eye.
Okay. Let us keep investigating.
Run straight.
Study.
Yeah, so this is you enter a library, a study, a very grand room, much like my study here, but much better. Beautiful, like leather-bound chairs straddle a beautiful glowing fire. There's a like clearly this is the master of the house's chambers. Red velvet drapes cover the windows. There's an exquisite mahogany desk with a grand throne sitting behind it. There's a picture of a framed windmill, the same windmill that you saw in the invitation as well, in the corner of the room. And yeah, I'll leave you at that.
All right. Surely I go over to the globe and I spin it. I give it a good spin.
I feel like that's like the same man instinct as picking up a drill and tapping the trigger
Yeah.
twice.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
After it's done.
I just give it like a nice spin and kind of keep walking around. Well, that was scary as shit.
That was scary. What was that?
Yeah. I don't know, DM, you're the DM.
Yeah, I'm freaked out as well. I'm playing the game with you. This
That
is all
was
new
fucking-
to me. I haven't
That was
seen it.
scary.
Ratio. Go behind the desk otherwise and start rifling through. I guess you'll look on top first to see if
Yep.
there's anything that stands out.
Roll for investigation.
It's horrible.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So immediately on top of the desk, you can see a handwritten note, so recently inked, that says, "Dear Mr. and Mrs. Durst, in light of my current condition, I respectfully ask your leave for a brief time away from my responsibilities. While my devotion to your dear children makes this decision difficult, I've taken it upon myself to find a solution that I hope will serve your household well. A good acquaintance of mine is experienced in the care of children, and I believe that she could assume my role during my temporary leave without difficulty. I realize that my request is not without complications, however my years serving your family have shown me the depth of your understanding and compassion. I truly feel that I have become a part of this family, and I look forward to bringing another member of that family into this world. Yours sincerely, Clara." And I'll put that in the chat.
Wow.
Wasn't the musical piece in the last room called The Ballad of Clara or something to that extent?
It was.
Feel free to read that and take a moment if you'd like.
Can I roll insight to see if... I don't know, this may be a stretch. Was Clara... Can I roll insight to see if Clara was the lady that that Gustav Durst was dancing with?
You don't know who that was. You could assume, but you do not know.
Well, is it like, given that
You haven't seen a
she
photo of her.
has... I get that, but given that she has taken leave and also that
Wait.
song called The Ballad of
This
Clara...
Clara might be pregnant by the husband. Did you guys read this letter?
Yeah,
Letter.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Maybe that's the baby. Maybe
that
that's
could
why
be.
it's not brother or sister, right?
Anyway, my point is, can I
Oh, okay.
no, I'm getting back to it. Can I roll insight to see if that would be her, given that like that song was called The Ballad of Clara or something to that effect?
You don't know
And-
what she looks like. You couldn't match her.
Okay.
He was definitely dancing with another woman than his wife. but you don't know who that woman is.
You're very right, though, Curtis. That could be a pregnant thing.
It's 100% a pregnant thing. She's bringing another kid into this world. He's knocked her
Yeah.
up.
Is there anything in the drawers underneath this desk?
Yeah, I'm looking in the bookshelves as well, Brad.
Yes, absolutely. So, you see, Horatio, you see like receipts for candles, daggers, incense, and that is about nothing, like nothing really of value, but this, you see, so behind one of the bookshelves, like this is all like where you are currently, LePage, it's all bookshelves, and just as you turn, like you see one of the shelves has already just creaked its way open, and this is
I open
room.
it. Oh, wait, there's like a secret room.
That would be a secret room.
Secret room that was referenced in the poem at the start.
It was.
While this is
Oh,
happening, can I also investigate the fireplace to see if anything has been burned?
Yes, do an investigation check.
Before we investigate this room. Why can't I say investigation? There it is. 11.
Nothing comes, like you don't see anything. It is a clean fire. There's nothing that really catches your eye. As you are doing that though, you hear ding dong, ding dong. And you only assume that it is 8 o'clock.
Does time appear warped here? It's
going rather fast.
anytime you lose track, time seems.
It's almost like
to
anytime we go in
rapidly.
anytime we go into another door, the time seems to increase.
That is not true.
We have been through like 4 rooms and it's only been like 2
Yes.
hours.
I'm just.
But I see what you're like. Yeah, time definitely appears to move faster when we
Yeah.
are losing track of it here.
All right, so we're in the secret room.
Yep, so I want to tell you about this room. So it's a small hidden room packed with bookshelves, like the bookshelves sort of carry through. There's like really old, ominous looking leather-bound tomes all throughout here. A heavy wooden chest with clawed feet stands against the south wall, its lid half closed. Sticking out of the chest, you see, sticking out of the chest, its ribs and head caught beneath the lid, is a skeleton in leather armor.
Solomon, remembering the poem, turns to the page. The gift. It says to bring it to the secret room. Have you still got it?
Yes, we have the gift. Do we offer the gift to the skeleton?
I think you should.
Or do we offer the gift in the box?
So what does the skeleton look like?
It's a skeleton that has been like, it's like a person being crushed by a large, beautiful, like, trunk or treasure box or something, like a box. It's like half in, smashed.
Is the skeleton male or female?
You would have to roll a medicine check to figure that out.
With disadvantage, because LePage doesn't discriminate. He likes them both.
No, but LePage is well written. He
Yeah,
knows. He
noticing-
knows.
He's horny.
He knows science and
Noticing-
biology.
Yeah, noticing the lifted hip bones. Sorry, the hip bones are like in a relatively like the lower position. It was a male.
Okay, so I relay that to the guys, and I'm like, this was a male.
I think is it possible that
Is it
whoever
stuck?
that was is who we're supposed to? Jesus Christ!
Sorry.
Like stepping on each other's.
Is it possible that this is the beast that we're supposed to bring the gift to?
I don't think so.
This is the secret room, is it not?
Yeah, this is the secret room, but I think we're supposed to bring the gift to the secret room. But I don't know
So
if
should
it's.
we at least try offering this the gift?
I have, and the DM set didn't say anything.
Oh, you didn't actually act on it.
Yeah, I said, can I give the gift to the skeleton?
You were talking to your teammates. You didn't give me any direction.
No,
Please
I
tell
was
me what
saying-
you'd like to do.
Can I give the gift to the skeleton?
Yep. So you present the gift in front of you, the bound up gift, and nothing happens.
I look
Well,
back
I
at
don't know what
Solomon.
it is.
Yeah, I look back at Solomon. And I was like, that didn't work.
It was worth a try.
Okay, I want to open the trunk then.
Okay. You open the trunk, and it takes a bit of effort. It's a big, beautiful trunk, and you sort of knock it up, and like the half the body of the skeleton sort of like crumbles down, and then there's all that is in the box is so now half of the body of the skeleton lying there, and a note at the bottom of the box covered in dust.
What's the note say?
You pick up the note, and it is written on exquisite parchment that you have seen only in the most richest of places, LePage. The most beautiful, extravagant parchment. It has like almost like a gloss or a sheen to it, but it's a very old piece of paper. And it says, in gorgeous, bold strikes and handwriting, it says, "My most pathetic servant, I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the one who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but a worm writhing in the earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. Your husband took solace in the bosom of another woman, sired a bastard son, and drove you to abandon love for madness. Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dreadlord and master, Strahd von Zarovich."
I heard the name.
Roll credits.
None of you immediately recognize the name.
Out of character, I sure the fuck do.
I was hoping you would.
Put the thing in the thing.
I'll put the thing in the thing.
What, you want me to put the gift in the box?
Right, bring me the spider back. I'll put the thing in the thing.
All right, we put the gift in the box?
Yes, you can. Nothing immediately happens. Nothing happens. No change.
We take the gift out of the box.
It's like in Baldur's Gate or in Divinity. You're like putting things on things and just like, oh, I've got it. No, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So hang on, Elizabeth is like a servant of Strahd. That's just clicked.
Why is that?
Your husband took solace in the bosom of another woman.
Okay.
Sired a bastard son, which means that the
My most
son.
pathetic servant.
Yeah, Curtis was right, bro. That
Yeah.
the fucking baby is hers.
Yeah.
Fast.
There's got to be something else in this room, though.
There's another room,
What do you mean there's another room?
like, from this floor.
No, I mean there's got to be something else in this secret room, though, that we can take. Like, the note's not enough.
You mean that thing that's clipping through the wall?
No, not that. I mean, like, the note that we're
I think
getting
that's just a map design.
is not enough to...
We've
There's
had
got
two
to be...
notes.
Yeah, but there's got to be something in here that's, like, that we need.
So what out of character? What's confusing me is that there's a skeleton that's a male. I would have assumed that the skeleton would have been of the servant to Strahd.
No, it's probably the husband.
It could be.
And he was
Probably
crushed.
Strahd.
I'm gonna try it
Strahd's
again.
dead.
I'm gonna try it one more time. Can I lay my hands over the bones and cast Divine Sense?
Yes, you can.
And so you see Solomon's eyes roll back and that sort of purplish blue glow emanate from them as he passes his hand over the bones. What do I see, Brad?
You see nothing. You're blocked of your divine sense. It has no power in this place at the moment.
Don't you realize how terrifying that is for a paladin?
That's the point.
Horatio likes being blind and non-magic.
Yeah. Horatio's like, join the club.
Hey guys.
I can still see nothing. My god is not present in this place.
Horatio, is there anything on the bookshelves around us? So I know you said the bookshelves.
Leather-bound books, but none of note. Just old tomes and books, but nothing of note.
All right, well then let's get out of here if there's nothing in here.
Happy to leave. Come back if you need to. I got legs.
Ding! It's been 1 hour.
Let me in! It's daylight savings. It's back to 6 o'clock.
Yay, let's go.
What's going
This
on?
undecorated bedroom contains a pair of beds with a straw-stuffed mattress. At the foot of each bed is a closed footlocker. A door to the left appears to lead to a closet. And in the right-hand corner stands a small wooden door. Sorry, that's where you are now. Never mind. Sorry. So you've got a closet, you've got 2 beds, and 2 trunks.
I open the left trunk.
In the left trunk, you see this as a laundry. LePage, you actually identified this room as this is like the servants' quarters. You open up the trunk, Solomon, and inside you find glamorous men's clothing. So suits, neckties.
Does LePage identify this simply because he enters this room and realizes that in a house of this nature, it's not good enough for him?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
it smells.
you could
It
just-
smells
you
like
could just-
whore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
It doesn't even smell like whore. It smells like normal, which smells
Yeah.
like whore to him.
yeah.
Yes.
The decor in here is just off compared to everything else.
Correct. Yeah.
Like it's not bad. It's just not good.
So Solomon, you're opening the trunk and you find, so exquisite men's clothing, suits, tunics, neckties, pants, and stockings. And as you're ruffling through, you find a single, much smaller woman's slip or nightgown like sort of hidden at the bottom.
Solomon puts it in his pack, realizing that it would look incredibly good on his ghostly booty call that he met 5 or 6 episodes ago.
He's a romantic.
Yes, he is.
Did we already open the closet?
You have not, but you can now.
LePage, you want to get in there first? But yeah, we'll open it. What's in the closet?
I just told Tu's brother to fuck off in your Discord, and it asked me if I wanted to send that message, and I absolutely did want to send that message.
It's it's allowing me to allow it here. I can allow it. There you
Please
go.
allow it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
Racing Physio is Tu's brother, by the way.
There you go.
Good luck.
Sorry, did I miss something, or are you guys just wandering?
I want to open the closet.
Nothing in the closet. Nothing.
Oh,
at all.
okay.
Completely
Sorry, I
bare.
missed that.
No, I
Alright.
didn't say anything. I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't know if you'd opened it. Yeah. Sorry.
I look under the beds.
Clean, neat, and tidy. Like less dust than anywhere else. Very well kept. Nothing.
Anything
of
under the
note.
pillows? No.
Nothing of note. No. Nothing at all.
And there was nothing in the chests.
just the one, but nothing of importance. Just the men's suits, ties, blah blah blah, and a woman's slip.
Nothing in the closet.
Nothing in the closet. Nothing in the room. You found.
This
you-
room's
you got-
fucking useless. What?
What are
Like
you
how?
talking about, bro? I got lingerie for my ghost bride.
Yeah, but this was supposed to be the room we're gonna figure out where the fucking chick got knocked up in. She definitely got knocked up in the servants' quarter. Like,
No, she didn't, bro. She
yes, she
absolutely,
did.
she absolutely copped a doggy on the fucking master's bed.
No, this definitely happened in the servants' corridor.
No way. You're telling me that the owner of this house is fucking pumping it in the fucking servants' quarters? No way.
Yes.
While he's dancing with her in the friggin' conservatory as well, he doesn't care. You know what I mean? He does not care.
Exactly. He's just waiting until the wife goes to cook and he is plowing.
Yeah. Zero fucks.
Should we go upstairs again?
Let's do it. That's cool. At the top, you can see where each person is.
What
That's
does
a
it look
hectic
like
rogue.
when you guys go up there?
Like
It looks like a mad rug. And some spider webs.
Let me see here 1 second. What does this show? Hold on. Let's check this. See if I can. Oh yes. Yes. Where are we? Are we on the 3rd floor? Yeah.
third
Yeah.
floor.
I reckon let's call it there.
Can do.
Let's call it there. We've done
How
a lot.
exciting!
That was.
Yeah, this is a fun session.
Yeah.
This has been a mad session.
I could probably keep
Yeah.
going all night on this because I'm really enjoying it, but I reckon I'd rather just get more prepared.
Yeah, that's valid.
So, as you've been here in wherever this here is, LePage, you felt a stirring by your patron that you've never felt before. You feel like there's, I don't know, like an excitement almost that he has that you haven't been sort of exposed to yet, and something is stirred inside of him. And
Tickles his fancy.
tickles his fancy. And that's, I think, how we'll leave it here, team. So let's just have a think about all the dialogue there, put it into Discord for yourselves, make notes of it, keep it so you can reflect on it before we play next, and we'll continue through the dungeon.
Cool. It's good.
Any questions, or we're happy to go?
I think I'm good.
I'm just gonna say thank you to the chat before I turn it off. Thanks for joining, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate your viewership. Hopefully back next week. And yeah, can't thank you all enough. Take care, Grumpy, Christian, Racing. Can someone get the dogs out for the boys? I'm sure he will in one of these later sessions, no doubt. And no doubt in my mind. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Take care.
That was a fucking Brad.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
That was a fucking hectic session.